No, it's not.
It's hot where you are.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm out in the shed.
I'm
There's
sorry to
no
hear that.
AC. There's nothing but passion. That's the only thing keeping me alive at this point. Okay, so we were talking with Chad a little bit, and
Okay.
I was saying to chat before, I've been watching pools, I've been watching top 24, and a very common theme in the chat is like people are really obsessed with the tier list situation in this game. And I was watching like a pools match where a top Japanese Chun player like beat this scrubby American Q player, and the chat's like, tier list, Chun privilege. It's like, guys, okay, I get it, but it's more than just Chun privilege at this point.
Yeah. There is definitely a skill gap in this game.
Yes,
100%.
yes. And I've been saying that. I've noticed across the matches so far. Hopefully this changes in top 6, but so far it's been kind of a blowout. No matter who it is, it always seems like one player is significantly better than the other players. Of the other player on screen, and so it's almost always like 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, or even if they kind of maybe get a game, it seems like constantly one-sided because of, I think, how large the skill gaps in this game are, and then also because this is the first like big tournament for the game outside of Japan. It's like a very varied skill bracket,
Yes, I think in general,
your seeding is very important in this tournament.
For older fighting games, there is definitely a large gap in skill between people in the same pools, and even people separated by pools. Like if you seed a bracket for an old game, you should be taking like skill level into account very seriously, because you don't want the best players eliminating each other right away. That's even true for newer games, but with newer games, there's more people playing, so the likelihood of an upset is just significantly higher.
And they tend to have like more accurate ranking and all that kind of stuff.
Right, exactly.
I just want to double check. Chat, you're hearing Quash in the game audio and everything sounding good. It should be. I just wanted to double check. So press 1 if Quash and the game audio and everything's sounding good.
I have to say this instant replay feature is pretty nice that they got. It's a good setup they got over there at EVO.
Well, also too, I'm really impressed with the capture quality. This is coming off the arcade boards.
Yeah, they're using a super gun apparently. So I do notice it's a little distorted, but like I don't think they could get RGB capture probably for the resolution that this game runs at.
Yeah.
So it's probably like S video or something, but like it's fine.
Yeah,
like, it looks serviceable.
Well, it tends to be better than old Cooperation Cups, which have like kind of a little bit of stuff going on those.
More than a little bit.
Yeah. Still though, it works for Cooperation Cup though, because it's that Japanese super player quality. It's like
right, exactly.
It's a good tournament if the video quality is just a little screwed up.
Right, exactly. And there's got to be feedback on the mic and everything.
Yeah. I'm trying to focus my camera. We're getting Japanese super player quality here on my webcam right now.
I'm good. Right, by the way, right? My lighting's good?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Notepad's doing its job.
Yes. You got kind of like a you're in the, oh my God, I've like completely unzoomed myself. What the fuck, webcam? Come on. Let's pull it together. This is old school. I used to have to do this for my YouTube. See, this is why you need good cameras, kids. But I can't use my regular camera because oh my God, my webcam is fucking going crazy. I might have to turn it on and off. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. That did it.
A lot of things could be addressed right now in the chat. JAMA boards are RGB. That's correct, but it's on a super gun. So a super gun is basically a consoleization of an arcade board.
Yes.
It was originally meant to plug into like a consumer CRT TV.
Yeah.
So it has S video out and all that usually.
Mm-hmm. And also they've got some kind of decoder on the arcade sticks, obviously, so that it can talk to the arcade board.
Yeah, those are actually those are pretty common now when you see like super gun setups. They're usually designed for USB now.
Yeah, because I used to have to buy the undammed USB decoder.
Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a while, actually.
Well, they discontinued it. So every time I'm like, get it undammed, they're like, that's discontinued. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, this is Hayao? I think this is Hayao.
Yeah, this is the Hugo player. You can see him. You can see him in the capture.
Yeah.
This guy's been kicking the shit out of everyone he's fought so far. So everyone he's fought has stood no chance to his Hugo.
like you said earlier, someone getting stomped on by one of the best Chun-Li's in the world does not prove that Chun-Li's the best character in the game. But let's also point out, Hayao, even if he wins this tournament, that does not prove that he was a good character.
Yes, yes. But there is that sort of meta advantage of, like, if you're practicing, like if you're the only really good Hugo, then no one can quite practice against you.
Right,
I
you're
got
one
my
of
Coke
one.
Zero. I need something
You're
to keep
one
me
of
alive,
one.
Psychvault. Yeah, so you do have that advantage. That is one thing that, like, casuals really struggle with, like the fact that Hungrybox was like kicking everyone's ass in Melee for a while there, was because he was the only good puff. So no one could practice against him because he was the only one. So there
Similar
is that,
idea here. Similar
yeah,
idea
so that
here.
is an advantage here. So being the
Simply
only viable Hugo is oh, see, we got Hugo Elena. See, that's
and
what I'm talking
Elena,
about.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about right here.
Simply play the game in Japan for 20 years, and you too can win a tournament with a low-tier character.
Yes, but I do really think, I know you're less optimistic about the game's systems than I am, but I do really think its system mechanics can push really skilled players a lot further than in a lot of other games. Like, if you really...
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I like it's my problems with Third Strike are not the ideas necessarily. A lot of it's the execution, in my opinion.
Right.
I think that in a lot of ways they had their idea. And speaking of which,
Oh, body slam. I love this guy. I love how this guy, like, hams it up. Look at him. He's going hard. It's so funny because with Japanese players, you get two variety that I noticed. You get, like, the stoic, very formal, very composed. That's like 98% of them. And then you get the 2% who just are like showmen, and it's really fun. Yeah. And when you get them, it's like extra special because they're Japanese, and it's kind of rare for them to be that way. Yeah, Hugo. Here's the lore that you can't get from Justin Wong commentary. Hugo from Final Fight, baby. Final Fight character. Finally getting his due and his baby girl Poison. So do you know who the top 6 is? Because I forgot who actually qualified for top 6.
They just had it on screen. I don't remember all the names, but a lot of Japanese people, which is not a surprise. Because that was sick. That was sick.
In pools, I was seeing a bunch of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 players. I'm like, oh, Quash will be excited about these guys, like Chris G and so forth. But they probably didn't make it through.
I'm sure every old head who was there just signed up to do it, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was a crazy round, by the way.
Finally a close match here, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was watching a lot of the commentary, and they were saying that Elena is kind of like your discount Chun in kind of the way her neutral game works. Where she's got she's got a lot of like really long reaching limbs and kind of plays that spacing game on you. But she's got some insane throws, right? Doesn't she have like some of the most insane throw range?
Yeah, she has one, maybe one of the better throws in the game, if we're being real. But it's just how much does that matter when you're stacked up against?
I don't know. Against Hugo, it might matter a lot.
Against Hugo, it might matter. Yeah, and actually, very good use of healing too.
Yes, the heal. The Street Fighter 4 Classic, the heal. Oh
God. Oh. Also, look at the amount of jumping going on right now is crazy.
Yeah, so I think I was watching the Hugo guy a bunch, and it looks like his like main grounded tool, he just did it, is like that low sweep. Like that's what he tries. Oh, that is so funny. like his one like ground punish.
Oh, 720
he got it. Oh, no, he jumped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the commentators earlier were saying that like on Hugo.
That wasn't the punish? Yeah, I know.
The commentators.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not Justin Wong. You can talk over me. Like. The commentators earlier were saying, like, the rule is if you're near Hugo, be in the air. Do not be on the ground. Because that guy will 720 you and boom, you're over.
Apparently, after that parry, though, maybe she was still airborne. It went by too fast for me to notice.
Yeah, I think she was. She was in a backwards jump at that point.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy, if you commit to jumping around a lot, how little time you can spend on the ground in this game.
Kind of matchup dependent too, but yeah.
Yeah, just I mean mechanically, like there's less sort of what do you call it? Like landing lag. You're just hopping around like a frog.
Oh wow. Okay.
Coming in. So this is kind of an interesting matchup because they're both, you know, Elena, I feel like probably has that slight advantage on her range. So she's just, but you know, she's got to kind of be close to Hugo. So you got to find that perfect range to just be right outside that grab, but just close enough to get the toe in.
I'm not like completely updated on the happenings in Third Strike Land, but I would say Elena probably wins this matchup. Not by a lot, but like maybe a point.
I think this is one of those matchups where because they're both really top with kind of less common characters, it almost comes down to, okay, which one of you knows each other's matchup better a little bit.
Yeah, like the player matchup, not even the character matchup necessarily.
Yeah, because the Hugo player might know everything about Elena, or the Elena player might know everything about Hugo. I'm sure at this point they kind of do, but
yeah,
when you're playing against the best of each of them, there's like tricks you're probably not going to be aware of.
And also just like weird tendencies that a player can develop to use to their advantage, you know, that people don't do.
Yeah, I love the healing.
I don't think a single healing has actually been punished. There was the one where he got hit afterward, but that was because he messed up.
I think it's because Chunky Hugo can't get there. You know, like you try to pull that on Yun or something.
Wow. Okay.
But on Hugo, he's like, yeah, baby, I can actually heal.
Is this first to 5?
I'm thinking so. I really hope so.
I think for top 8, first to 5 is like totally fine.
Not only fine, I think it should be required. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially in Third Strike. It's so funny. I was watching pools. Because Third Strike is such a faster paced game than I think, you know, a lot of other games. Like, the downtime to match ratio was insane. You'd sit down, and the match would last like 3 minutes. Then you'd have like 8 minutes of downtime. 3-minute match, 8 minutes of downtime. I watched more Chipotle ads and commentators looking at the camera than I did Third Strike at one point.
Yeah.
I wondered how many setups they had too. Like if they have like 4 setups or something, if that really slowed down the pace of the pool.
That could also be a factor. And I'm surprised it's still going. I think you mentioned it's delayed.
It's delayed by an hour. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
I was saying this to the stream earlier. It's a miracle that it was delayed this much because I was delayed by an hour out of town. So I was like, come on, take your time, Evo, take your time. It lined up perfectly. I got in town right as they got things running.
I think so as well. He got hit toward the last
okay.
Nikki C says Evo has way more downtime than any major FG.
That is pretty true.
Also, too, like what's fun about the restream is you guys can like chat and talk to each other. I was trying to chat in the YouTube pools, and
why would you do that?
It was terrible. It was slow mode, and it was like, all right, I just give up.
It's for spamming memes. That's all it's there for.
Yeah, it's for meme spamming.
Yeah.
He's turtling this guy out. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing defense in the corner and holding it down.
He's like, this is the one time I finally get to turtle people. Yes.
Yeah.
Take that, Hugo. Ooh. That must suck as the Hugo player. You got Elena running away. You got Elena healing, kicking her feet at you, just boxing you out, and then you're like, all right, we gotta try to grab this bitch, and it's impossible.
Maybe premature on the healing, but I think he's betting on the meter gain.
Yeah, just whiffing. Look at him whiffing.
Yeah.
What do you think about the normal whiffing? Let's talk about that for a second. The normal whiffing being able to charge meter.
I'm not a fan of it, honestly.
I'm not
even my favorite Street Fighter game has that, so it's just kind of an unsightly blemish on these games, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. And we're seeing why.
Yeah, exactly.
We're seeing the result of why. Poor Hugo. All right, this is going to be a closeout. Yeah, he's going to close him out. There's no way. There's no way. With Chip, no way.
Yeah.
You can't have discussion in YouTube chats. Yeah, but especially Mingo in slow mode. It was in slow mode, so it was even more impossible.
Let's see this bracket. I'm pretty sure it's going to be mostly Japanese.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look. Let's prepare.
Hopefully we'll put it on screen here. Here we go. No. Back to commentate. That is a cool jacket, though. I like that jacket.
They all have really swaggy stuff. It's kind of funny. Like, EVO is kind of like the Met Gala for fighting game nerds. It's like, oh, we got to get our outfits. You know what I mean? It kind of is.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's all swagged out and, you know, they're saving their outfits for. I would be the same way. If I was on camera at EVO, you know I'd have something cool to wear.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it makes sense.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
But
Are they're
also,
putting his commentary through the arena right now. That's crazy.
I know every year it feels like EVO tries something different with their commentary. Every year it's like,
Yeah.
we're going to have them up above, we're going to have them over here. Now we got them in the middle of the stage.
Coming in from PlayStation tournaments now. This counter pick was everything, but this, I think that moment would have been more for
Drip is
everybody.
real. Yeah, exactly, new type. Also, guys, we can chat with you. That's an advantage of the restream. That's kind of also what I wanted to do, is be able to chat with the chat a little bit. Especially during this downtime. See, this is where restreaming really comes in handy.
Yeah, exactly. Chat, if you got any questions, comments, spit them out.
So, I was thinking a lot about running, not myself personally, but like hypothetically running a third strike tournament. And the game runs into a real problem, which is that it doesn't really have a tournament viable, publicly approved port. So like, if you're running it like I would at my local, we'd all play on emulation. Shh. but like, if you were running it at EVO, of course, Capcom's not going to be like, oh yeah, sure, use RetroArch. They're not going to allow that.
Right.
But if you're like at the Jazzy circuit level, it's kind of that weird in between where you're not making any money, you're not getting any sponsorships, but Capcom probably knows what you're up to. So I asked.
But they don't really care usually.
Yes. So I asked, and they said that they are running Jazzy's circuit or whatever on the arcade boards. So imagine those poor guys having to buy and manage these arcade boards for these like little tournaments.
Too. Those things are not cheap and they break a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's also too with the super gun and the monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why a lot of people now go to FPGAs, which I've not really spent much time with them. Honestly, I've only played on them a few times. I've noticed a couple input problems in some games. I don't think I've ever played a CPS3 game on a not super gun, FPGA. But
I haven't either. I've played a lot of Metal Slug and I've played a lot of Dodonpachi, and they seem pretty solid. But CPS, the more complicated it gets, the more janky.
Harder it gets.
Yeah, so I don't know if CPS3. But you know what I would kind of do if I was in charge of Jazzy Circuit is I would be like, oh yeah, we run the tournament on arcade boards and just have one arcade board for grand finals, and the rest of the tournament is emulation, and then be like, look, Capcom, Capcom, take a look, here it is, here's the arcade board, it's totally legit.
The players would hate that though, absolutely they would.
Yeah, bastards.
I mean, I get it. I mean, people like to say like, you know, like the Super Turbo players and the Third Strike players are just crazed maniacs who insist on original hardware, but it's not entirely for no reason. Like,
yeah, that's why the game needs a definitive port, I think.
Yeah, I mean, again though, like a lot of the old games don't have definitive ports, really. I mean, Super Turbo.
That's kind of a problem, though, don't you think?
It is, but the problem is that it's how the games themselves were made. That's the reason, because like Super Turbo was notoriously difficult to port and get everything right. And even the best port of it is like 85%. So it's just because, you know, they're old arcade games and it's like the data stored at different ROM chips on the board and they communicate with each other in weird ways. It's difficult enough to get that to work on a game console. Even back then, a lot of the ports weren't perfect.
Yeah.
But let alone on a modern PC. I mean, that's why the FPGA idea makes sense, right? Like in theory.
Mingo had a great idea. M2 does the port. There you go. I mean, they're porting Katsui, Garega. No, they need to branch out and have a M2 fight triggers, and they like port old fighting games. Whew, it's hot. So the Street Fighter collection is accurate, but it's laggy, from my understanding.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So,
and it has the ROMs in there. You can actually use those ROMs, extract them, and play them on Fightcade.
Yes. Yeah. That would be funny if you found some sort of like weird patch that you could apply to them that like runs it through RetroArch, but then you could have it like officially in a tournament be like, oh, this is just the patched version or something.
Yeah, it's a mess with older games in general.
Yeah.
It's just it's hard. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about Neo Geo games, in which case there's a lot of good ports on the Neo Geo.
Yeah.
But
They never gave up on those.
yeah.
So normally, chat, I would, if I was by myself, I would mute the advertisements. But right now, if I mute the advertisements, I also mute Quash. So
Oh yeah.
I don't want to lose the Quash.
5K is where more people are, and that won't change. Yeah, I mean 5K is where these games are played.
The problem though is the in-person tournaments. That's the problem. Yeah, if you're playing at home online, yeah, absolutely use 5K. The problem is if you run tournaments, that's where it gets kind of like, well, okay, what do we do here? Because what do? You know, you needs to either be small enough to run it on emulation and Capcom doesn't know, or if it gets bigger, then you have to spend thousands of dollars on arcade boards and super guns and PVMs. So
I mean, there are companies like what are they called, Gaming Generations, that can supply that stuff. And that's the thing, is they're already under contract with a company like that, if not Gaming Generations themselves, for an event like EVO. So
I wonder if they are anymore, because there's no Smash. That was their thing with Smash and EVO, was Gaming Generations. Yeah, there's no more Smash.
Well, it may not be Gaming Generations now, but like they probably have some other company or some other way to procure this stuff that they could probably just get it under that umbrella, which is probably the best way to do it.
You know, my theory is that the Jazzy Circuit guys were like, hey, we got this stuff, we'll bring it. That's my theory. Yeah. That there was some cooperation between Jazzy Circuit and
it could be that. It could be that. I'm not sure. I haven't kept up with it. I haven't really kept up with a lot of fighting game stuff lately. So
yeah, I know. And you're not doing your fighting game podcast, which I keep bugging you to do.
You keep bugging me to do it.
The Quashcast.
I have the ideas. I need the time. I need the execution. I mean, my mic's okay. If I'm gonna do cameras, I need a better camera and better lighting, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
You can just do some pilot episodes and send them to me, and I'll tell you.
Okay. There's a lot of what I'd really like to do. What my ultimate goal is, I want to get some interviews with some people who I consider to be like unsung heroes of the community in the U.S. at least, because there's a lot that's gone into making fighting games what they are, and like I was kind of there, and not quite like I'm not like an OG. I'm like a '90s player, but I did play in the mid 2000s onward, and I was there to see kind of how this stuff started to evolve, and I know. I'm not in contact with everyone from back then. And that's part of the problem. Some of them have fallen off the face of the earth. But, but like, you know, I knew people back then who were involved, and they worked at places like Capcom and ArcSys and stuff. So, but as far as like, I mean, I could just like talking to a mic about, you know, what I think about fighting game design or whatever.
Yes.
I could just do that.
Yeah, you should.
But I mean, I would run out of material in like 2 episodes because I have my opinion and I'm sticking to it pretty much.
And then you could do the rest of the episodes where you just argue with the comments section for every following episode.
You know, there's some fun to be had in that. I just don't know if I have the time.
Okay, here we go. Here's the Makoto. Whoa!
Oh boy!
What the hell happened?
Oh no, not Makoto.
I saw Makoto for a second. I swear.
That was free play. That was.
Oh, it was free play.
Tracks mode.
Track mode. We're getting teased.
So Yuri and Chun-Li. So I mean, it goes without saying Yuri doesn't win this matchup, but
it's not as bad as like Yuri and Yun, right?
Yeah.
I was watching Yuri and Yun. I was like, oh boy, because they're both a little bit, you know, more defensive, and Yuri has the unblockables. And this guy Resolve was kicking ass in pools. He was kicking the shit out of everyone. So, and he's not against a Japanese player, so it could be doable. You know what? Also, they really need a definitive port for, though, objectively, which would be an improvement, to randomize the stages so that we don't have to watch Chun-Li's and Yun's stage every time.
Yeah,
they should have randomized stages. I'm surprised there's not a dip switch for it, actually. I kind of thought, I wonder if there's a dip switch to do that, but I don't think there is. Oh, he's getting lit. He's getting lit up.
I mean, the problem is she gets corner carry off of that super, and then she just gets to keep applying pressure.
Yep. Don't get hit by it. Do not get hit by that super, friends. Don't stick out anything. Don't stick out a single limb.
Oh, what that actually means is don't get hit by a normal.
Don't get hit by anything. Get him.
Okay, but here we go. This is how it turns around. This is how it turns around.
Yes, and he can do this juggle forever.
Oh, does he get the unblockable? No.
Time to guess.
Still getting
Okay, but he
corner
gets throw.
pressure. This is it. He's gonna chip this
Oh
bastard.
no!
Oh no! Wake up super. You should have saw the super coming.
He did wake up jab with the super.
Yeah, he got a
Wake
little
up
overeager.
jab
there.
with the
I think that
super.
was a little overeager, to be honest, though. That was a little, like, you got a little excited. He could have played
So
that out a little bit.
one of the problems I do have with Third Strike and how it's put together, it encourages people to try to be a hero.
Yes.
It really does.
But that's
It
so
really
awesome.
does.
But that's what's great about it.
It's a great spectator sport in that sense, yes.
Oh, it's fun to play too. I guess my play style, I really enjoy that kind of shit. I really do. Even if I lose matches, I still enjoy it a lot. Versus you go and play a match and a guy's just backdashing the entire time into the corner. You're like, all right, come on, man. Oh man,
This is rough.
Yeah. It's what's crazy. You know what's crazy about Chun too is she can pile up like just stray hit damage so quickly. Yes.
Yeah.
Now get him in the corner. Yes. Juggle. Okay, here now. Don't get hit by the super in the foot. For the love of God. Oh man, that was close.
He's just contesting the gaps because
Yeah.
like there's no reason not to.
Yeah, I think the resolve is having a little bit of problems with his Oki game a little bit.
Yeah, it's
He's lost
not
on
quite
2
as
of them. He's lost on advantage twice.
It could be that he's keeping it contestable on purpose to maybe bait out a reversal or a parry or something. But
There
it's
we
not
go.
working.
Okay, here it is in the corner. This always feels just delightful when you get hit by that in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, just all right, Resolve. I feel like Resolve is the better player, just watching it, but he gets over aggressive in that corner and gets reversaled every time. Come on.
Oh, good throw tech.
Just take it easy. Take it easy.
Okay.
The Chun already has max meter. It doesn't matter. Take it easy.
Yeah, no, he's holding it down very well right now.
Yes, yes. It's good adaptation.
Okay.
Yes, the Aegis.
Oh no, there we go. There we go.
There we go.
There
Now
we go,
don't.
there we go.
Yes, there we go. See, if he takes it a little easier, he's gonna get him. Look at that guy popping off. Look at that guy popping off. I think that was the commentator. This one poor guy. I don't know. What do you think about this, Quash? Do you think that's a little messed up? I guess that like one guy commentates for 2 days straight in pools, and then top 8 they're like, yeah, we're subbing you out for like 2 other guys. It's like, damn. The guy's the workhorse the entire time, and then nothing. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's on an individual basis.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that myself, probably, because I'd probably be tired of doing it after 2 days.
This dude was. I think it was the dude.
He
that
was able to jump out of that. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
What's also really fun about Third Strike is there's always a really surprising twist on interactions where you think you know the game so well, and then that happened.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
you're in
wow.
trouble here.
Good.
Red parry.
Good
Yes.
red parry.
That's a tight input. That is a tight input, chat. What I love about red parry is it really, really opens up the game, but it's such a tight input that it's even if you really know the game, it's still a risk to go for, because you just gotta nail it. It's
It
2
can
frames.
be, yeah.
2 frames, I believe. That's fucking
Yeah, it's 2
crazy. Oh yeah, he didn't need to chip that. That was a punish.
And red parry does add kind of an interesting dynamic where you could say technically the game doesn't have any true block strings.
Exactly,
because
that's why
of
I
red
love it.
parry.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
exactly.
I don't think that's really like a problem with how parries are in this game. If anything, yeah, red parry might be one of the better
Oh, I love
designed
red
aspects
parry.
of parry. Yeah.
And when you see it implemented, it just feels right. Looks right, it feels right, plays right.
You know, I have to say I was watching SF6 before this. This game is a lot more fun to watch than SF6.
Hell yeah.
It really is.
The only problem with watching Third Strike is the wait time in between the matches.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh no. that
Oh,
was
got him.
Nasty.
Caught his toe.
That was nasty.
Yeah, this poor Urian player. That's it. You know what's also interesting too about Chun that I've noticed is like she's a great character because she can really kind of tire you out, like we saw in the last round or the last game where you can beat her, but it's just this war and you finally do it, and you get all tired out, and then she just goes on the offensive, and you're like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah.
So she's very versatile like that, which I like. You know, I like really versatile characters, even if she is a little OP. I do like it.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, the problem with Chun-Li is that she's just like, if anything, she's just a little too versatile. Like,
Yes, yeah, a little much.
Yeah.
A little much.
Like, she is a quote-unquote defensive character, but like,
Once you get
doesn't
got ya.
doesn't need to be played that way necessarily.
Yeah.
All right.
That was
well,
really solid play though. That Chun
Yeah.
adapted really well.
It was. I mean, and that's the thing is like, it's unfortunate because it is kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. You expect the Chun-Li player to win, but it's like they still had to like play the game. You know, they still had to like, you know,
Plus,
fight it out.
Once a Ken and Young get on screen though, I really feel like okay, the tier stuff, we're on even footing here. The Kens and Yuns and Chuns. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That was nice. So was that losers? Or was that winners?
That may have been losers. Let me see.
We're kind of not being told what is going on with the matches. It's just like, yeah, you check the stream thing, which no one ever checks.
I see two things in chat right now. Only thing Chun needs for balance is one SA2 stack, and wonder if a rebalancing a 3S would go over well. So here's a little bit of history for you. They actually did want to rebalance Third Strike for the 360 PS3 port, and the community overwhelmingly rejected that.
Yeah, but that's because who's rebalancing it? Some bro in California. You know, they want cap. If like they brought back the original team, and the original team sat down the Third Strike community and said, "We are the creators of Third Strike. Here is our rebalance." I think that would be more accepted. Because
yeah, on principle, I think more people would be willing to swallow that. But like, honestly, I'm not even entirely sure about that, because another thing too is that the game had already been out for over a decade.
Yeah, that's
you know
true. That's true.
And that's the thing is like, okay, you could say you want the game to be better, but at that point you want it to be a different game, which is true. Like, if you want this game to be better, you are changing quite a few things about it.
And
both character-wise and even system mechanics.
I actually agree, because Melee has an exact thing like this, where there's the NTSC and PAL version, and the PAL version is actually the final rebalance made officially, but it kind of nerfs like kind of some of the fun stuff, you know, like some of the down airs and dares, and so yeah, like that's the
Third Strike is the same way actually, because the game had a revision after this that would the Dreamcast port was based off of, and people didn't want it. People didn't like it, so they went with the previous version, which the later PS2 port is based on the previous arcade version.
Yeah, and I actually think I talked about this in the video, where it's actually hard to predict these things, because it could be that the unbalanced nature of Third Strike actually helped it more than you would think, because you come in and you know what you're up against. Okay, I got to take on Yuns, Chuns, and Kens. Whereas if you came in and you were like, all right, I got to learn how to beat Urian, I got to learn how to beat Hugo, I got to learn how to beat Ibuki, I got to learn how to beat, like the fact that the top tiers of this game are pretty, like, solid. You know, Yun's got some crazy stuff, but I don't know. It could be, the butterfly effect could be a lot different than we think.
By the way, Hayao is cooking right now.
So he's in losers. So this must be a loser match.
Yeah, this is losers.
Frankie. So Frankie, I was watching him earlier. He's a really solid American Ken player. I'm putting my money on Hugo here, to be honest. I'm putting my money on Hugo.
I think Hayao has it.
Yeah. He's gonna come back from losers. The ultimate losers run, the Hugo.
Oh, that was nice. The EX Tatsu cross up.
Also, I think it should be legally required that if you play Hugo, you get player one, so we get the Hugo stage. It should be a legal requirement. If you don't let Hugo get the stage, you're banned. We need
I like
Hugo
the New York.
stage.
I do like the New York stage, but
I do too. But we never
nice
see
to
the
have
Hugo
some
stage.
variety.
We never see the Hugo stage. Yeah. Same with Makoto. Makoto needs player one, so we get the Makoto stage. Oh, wow.
Okay.
The good thing about the Frankie player, though, is he's very patient, and I think that's going to really come in handy against
Yeah,
Hugo.
he's not just going crazy. That's the nice part.
Yeah, even in, like, I've been watching his matches, he's a very patient, methodical player, so that could really come in handy for
Like even that
grappling
EX
matchup.
Batsu he did right there was like not that risky.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm going to lame
Yeah, exactly.
guy out.
Because
I'm going to lame this dude out forever.
But Frankie actually
So that
regardless
taunt,
of what happens, it's like neutral at worst.
yeah, and that
Oh,
taunt,
oh,
he
no.
got him. That taunt increases Ken's attack power, right?
Yes, for the next move, I believe.
That's so cool.
Thank you for playing.
Love it.
Yeah, stuff like that's cool. I like the little things like that.
Yeah, it gives you a reason to taunt. That kind of gives you an excuse to taunt. Kind of. Yeah, I
Yep.
love it.
Very difficult to contest.
Oh, Hugo he's cooking.
I think you're more
And I love grappler matchups because it's a real like battle of attrition where you know you begin the round as a Shoto and you're like landing the stray hits. You're like, okay, I got this in the bag, and then Hugo just gets you, and then you're down third of a four, you know, almost your whole life bar, and then you got to come back. Yep, exactly.
Those are some
Okay,
iron
1-1.
fingers, man.
Iron fingers, but you know, Hugo, like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't
he's
sleep on
popping
Hugo in
off.
terms of the neutral game. His normal standing medium punch.
You didn't confirm that crouch medium.
Crouching medium kick, amazing
He's
combo.
getting,
I don't know
he's
what the
scared.
process
He's
is.
scared. He's scared to
Yeah.
confirm it.
Oh my
He's like-
God, that's
he's
3.
like, if I confirm it, I'm gonna get grabbed.
Look at that.
I'm just gonna
That was a
stick my
block
leg
to a
out.
cross-up. How did he know?
I don't know.
Oh, also the parry though. Do you think he's worried about the
Oh
parry?
my.
If he's worried about the parry, he probably wouldn't be sticking out crouch medium like that.
Right. True. That's true.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, let's go for the knockdown.
The mind games start to get really interesting with the parry.
Oh, good jump.
Oh, you know he was still
Yeah,
turning.
he's see how methodical he is, how patient he is.
Feel about it.
But I think the kind of scary part about it though is if the grappler starts to get a feel for your rhythm, then you're in real big trouble. Like it's kind of a double-edged sword where playing patiently against them works for a while, but then if they start to get a feel for your patterns and rhythms, then they can start to catch you.
He has not confirmed a single one. Like, just let it rip.
He's terrified, dude. He's on the EVO main stage. He's got a giant Japanese Hugo right there, 360, waiting.
Being so patient with the 720.
Okay.
He's so.
Oh my God.
It's working though.
Oh, no.
It is
Oh,
working.
no.
They got him. Yeah.
No.
I think he's dead.
He's dead. He's dead.
Popping off.
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
The running man. Do you see? I told you, this is a magical.
What the hell was that? That's
See,
gotta become it. That's gotta become a
Japanese
GIF.
players
Like,
can get away
that's-
with that. Yeah, Japanese
Yeah.
players can get away with that. If an American player did that, you'd be like, oh, come on, dude, sit down.
Yeah,
Sit your ass down.
exactly.
Best way possible. Parry into a full super art one
Crazy
punch.
part of
I know I'm literally armchair quarterbacking here, but if he had
That's
just
what we're here to
confirmed
do.
one of those,
We are armchair. Do it,
if
Quash.
he
That is
confirmed
what we're here
one
to
of
do.
those, if he confirmed one of those crouch mediums in a super, he probably would have won.
You know what's also nice about this Quash, though? Is since we're not official commentators and the players will never watch this, you can say whatever you want. You
That's
don't have to
true.
worry about hurting their feelings. You can say whatever you want.
I can
You
say
go
that they
in.
smell bad.
You can say they
Oh,
smell
wow.
bad. Oh, nice uppercut. Ballsy. But it worked. I like this Frankie, though, player. I really do. I've loved his,
No,
I love
he's
his
good.
Ken play
I just-
style.
He's getting a little too into his own head right now. He's just
Yeah.
like, oh no, I can't overcommit. But like
Oh,
the reason
yes.
he's losing,
See, he
is 'cause
confirmed
he's
it.
not
Look what
committing.
happened. He's like, shit.
That is fair. We will say it on block.
Because I believe, yeah, here's the thing. Because I fought a lot of
Oh.
Hugos as Ken, and if you stick your toe out too far,
Look at him.
the fireball isn't a true confirm, right? Like if you hit him with the toe of the medium kick, the fireball's not actually a true confirm. So you
I
got to
think
get
heavy and EX might be, but
EX
yeah,
is
yeah.
EX is for sure, but I don't think any of the others are.
Life he's still been playing, right?
And so maybe he's afraid to like get that toe all the way in because he'll get grabbed. So he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick the edge of my foot out, just the bare edge of it.
But you know who else?
I think that's what he's going for.
Oh, he's already showing it with
Perhaps.
this, that he plays, and also
It's also
Okay,
really
good dash
fun.
up throw.
It's also really fun to watch guys run under Hugo when he jumps. That is the funniest.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, this is some KOF shit right there.
He's starting to
did
get more
He did the
aggressive.
he did the KOF neutral hop right in his face. Oh, nice. Yes, see what he's doing is he's just I play Ken. He's just getting
Yep.
the very edge of his hitboxes out
There
there.
we go.
There he got
Short
it.
circle.
Yes. It's not gonna kill though. He's gotta watch it. Don't overextend.
There we
Don't
go.
get grabbed. Oh, nice.
I mean, that kind of was an overextension, but whatever. It
Yeah,
worked.
it worked. It worked.
parried all 3 hits. That was
Okay,
GG's.
so this is a match. I'm really excited to see this. Finally, we're seeing some matches here. Nice. No, okay, that was a drop. Because I think he could have comboed
Okay,
off.
out of range, good. That
Nice.
was not a good punish.
Not a punish. You know, he's playing the war of attrition. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything risky. Not even punishes. I'm just going to stick limbs at you until I win. That is an advantage of Ken, though. He does have the limbs. Great there. Oh, the taunt. Yes. I know it's strategic, but it's still sick. Yeah, see, he's just playing the keep out game. Nice. Okay,
that move that Ken's doing right there, where he hops up with the punch downward, that's his universal overhead.
Yes,
and
I love
he can confirm that. He can confirm that into his Super 3.
How do you feel about that, Quash?
What, universal overheads?
Universal overhead into super. How do you feel about that?
That's fine. I mean,
okay, I love that.
I wish it was a more like standardized thing, but yeah, like it's fine.
That's the Ken shit I love. When you hit him with when you hit that hit confirm, you feel like I'm the best damn player in the world.
Yeah.
You know, that's the sad thing about playing Street Fighter 6 though, is because hit confirms are so given to you these days. You know, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same as when you nail that hit confirm into with the toe of your medium kick. Okay, Ken's he's kind of getting a little
interesting choice. Yeah, interesting choice to air to air against Hugo.
Yeah, he's kind of getting a little wild now.
Okay, the cross up with the EX Tatsu.
It's kind of working. It's kind of working. I'll give him that. Look at this.
He's really just trying to keep him in the corner.
dancing.
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Dash up throw.
Oh,
so
brave. So brave to throw a Hugo.
Throw.
Medal of Honor for that attempt.
Oh,
got him.
My God, the anti-air command grab.
I love that air throw of Hugo's.
He's mean mugging the camera. He's loving every
well,
moment
I knew
of
that
it.
was happening though, because Ken, he was getting he had ants in his pants. I could see it. Get that out of here. Get screwing up on the overlay. Stupid Twitch. And I can't touch it, okay? You guys have to watch this stupid ass.
Wow, that was a good exchange. Parry into parry.
Because if I touch it, there we go. Okay, it's coming back. Stupid Twitch, I hate you. Okay, all right.
Good confirm.
Yes. No, it's not the first, but one of the first. Oh my God, he's in the corner now. Run. See him running? He's running for it.
Yeah.
You do not want to be in the corner against Hugo. Okay, this is good. He's got a good life lead. He's sitting on meter. This is a good situation.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay, it's going to come down to the last round here. Do you think the Hugo player was kind of saving his meter for this round when he was that down?
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
He had to. That is like Hugo's neutral punish. Just that sweep thing. That's like what he's got. He's got that low crouching punch and he's got the sweep.
Oh, he's getting clapped in the corner.
Now it's trouble. Now it's trouble. Look at him. He's been saving this. Now you're nice. Yeah, he actually comboed it. Jumping at him, not a good idea. Don't do that.
720s.
Frankie. I can't help but root for the Ken in these situations, but the Hugo's awesome.
Someone in the chat's roasting me. Glasses for video calling. Marketing's really is full of shit. Look, if my eyeballs worked without him, I wouldn't
he's
wear
not.
them.
No, he's not roasting. He's roasting the Twitch ad. The stupid Twitch ad was about glasses. Yeah.
Oh, is it really? Oh, I'm not seeing that, thankfully. What's the name of my plugin? Can I plug that here?
Plug away.
Twitch AdBlock Plus in parentheses fixed.
Nice.
Chrome extension.
Yes. If I knew about that, I would have installed it for this. But
so good.
when you get a chance, you should look at the restream overlay because it's really fun.
I will, yeah. I can't. I mean, right now my screen is full of everything.
Don't touch anything right now. Just later in your leisure time. Because I've got you in like a little window, and you got like a little link that I made up.
Okay.
It's quash underscore ggxx.com. Because they're all pretend Windows 98 windows. So mine's electric-underground.com.
Oh yeah, I did catch a little bit of that earlier.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, all right, let's get serious though.
Yeah.
So Frankie's fighting for his life. I actually forgot it was best out of 3, so or best out of 5. So that's good. Okay, Frankie, you're still in it. I'm kind of cheering for you a little bit. You're the American Ken, USA, the USA man. You know, Ken's not that broken of a character either, so it's okay. We can cheer for Ken.
I don't know about that.
We can cheer for him. We can cheer. As a Ken player, I believe that's okay.
Oh,
Okay, no!
punish landing recovery with the
Oh,
720.
he's dead.
And that's the round.
Okay, he's on match point here. Oh my god, this guy. He better not lose his next match after this. Okay, Frankie. Frankie.
Like, what kind of eye
Okay,
is that?
we're gonna.
Like, you really
Yeah,
have the
okay.
eye
I
of
think
the
so far
grappler.
so good. Don't jump at him. Don't jump at him. He needs to go back to.
Like, literally,
He's got to
I don't
shake
think
it back.
I've seen
Go back
anybody
to
else
playing a
in
little bit lame.
20s.
Play a little
Oh,
lame,
nice.
Frankie. Nice
punish.
parry into
Okay.
low, medium kick. Into
Oh, he wanted that confirmed there. He missed it.
Get him. It's okay. Okay, good. Life lead. Good life lead. Do not get grabbed. Do not get grabbed. Nice. Oh, he could have just
There you
done
go.
another. Okay, got it. Okay.
For the juggle, you mean? Like the double DP? I don't know if that
Yeah.
works on Hugo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Bold, and I love it. Comes right out of the gate with a medium kick into super. Okay, this is for your life, Frankie. Throw him down. Get him. Get him. Oh, my God. Hugo's coming down.
Oh, wow.
Oh. That was great.
Ooh.
Love the air throw. Every time Hugo does the air throw, I can't help but feel kind of good about
He
it.
is so ready for those anti-airs right now.
Oh, the grab range just right out of it. Frankie knows those grab ranges. He's doing the KOF neutral jumps. I love it. He's just doing these like neutral jumps. Oh, a great overhead.
Okay.
Into super.
That
This
won't
won't
kill.
kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got to watch out for that 360. It'll kill him. Oh, run. He's doing the KOF. Get him.
no.
Oh, he's parrying it. He's going to get grabbed. I knew it. Oh, this. Oh, he goes over it. Oh, God, Frankie. Why, Frankie? Just do an EX Tatsu or something. He shouldn't have supered. He should have done it. He should have done EX Tatsu.
Worthless, but he was able to make it
I mean, what can I even say to add to that? That was just.
Oh my God. They better pull that up on replay. Otherwise, whoever's in charge of streaming gets fired.
They
Put
will
that on the
1,000,000%. They will 1,000,000%
Oh
put that
my
on the
God.
replay.
strike everybody.
That was what. See, that's that third strike stuff. And you know why I knew that wasn't gonna work? Because that super, it like whiffs like crazy. You think it looks
Yeah.
big, but it whiffs like crazy. If they're not right in front of you, it's over.
Yeah, the hitbox is amazing for confirming into, but not for just doing.
Yeah, but if you hit it like if they're just out and about, it's not gonna hit. I actually should research where that hitbox is. I think it's kind of low to the ground.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a worthless button.
Frankie.
It's a worthless button, and he made it work. I just thought,
That
okay.
button has no friends.
I literally thought SA3 won. Okay.
we are now
Justin's actually saying that he thought the super was going to win.
Game number
So
5, but everybody, please.
Oh no! If you throw those
We know we
supers,
just
I've
saw
tried it.
probably one of the
Maybe
best
that's like a
plays
scrub thing
fighting
where I
history.
throw the
Let's
super
put
at a
it
guy
right.
jumping. I'm
Give
like,
it up for
it'll
Frankie
hit.
from New
Like a
York
guy's
City,
jumping at
man.
you. You're like,
Hitting that top
it'll
spin.
hit. It never hits.
Coming in
Ever.
here.
Ever.
Frankie with a broken
It always
leg.
gets stuffed out
He's
every
playing
time.
for third strike. He played amazing,
Yeah, that was a great
representing
match.
New York City, representing Jazzy Circuit. So
Yeah,
Oh, I
great
guess he's
job.
one of the Jazzy Circuit people.
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
Can
he's
we
fucking
please
awesome.
Go to the PlayStation tournament replay. That
was awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, please, show us the
my
replay.
God, I can't believe
I
Yeah.
how
pray
good
to
that
God that they have just that alone as
Great job by the high player.
was. You have to.
you
Who's high? Frankie?
What's the final, like,
No, they were saying that the high owl was high.
Oh, okay. Why? Because he's
Which-
dancing and being crazy?
Hey, you never know, right?
he won the crowd.
The guy's on, yeah, the guy's on performance-enhancing drugs. Someone test him.
Plus 40.
Drug test
Whatever
immediately
happens-
after he gets
whatever-
off stage.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas after all. So.
Kamentani says, you expect Justin to know that just throwing the super doesn't work. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Doesn't work with Chun and doesn't work with Ken. Hugo best character? Yeah, that exactly, chat. That proves if you win, the character's the highest tier. That's how it works. So the fact that he won with Hugo means Hugo's the highest. Here it comes, finally. What the hell? Where's the replay?
We have more important things to look at right now.
Okay, they're doing like a whole match replay. Okay, here we go. That
Okay,
was
okay.
great.
How many 720s did he land? Like 4 or 5?
Yeah, that was good.
In the first of 3?
I think so.
Nice
that is
parry.
just
That was
something
great.
you'd expect.
Yeah, they got to show Frankie a little bit. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it really is. Like,
That was a
I
good
don't know how many
match.
times I have to say it,
That was a
but
fun match.
He literally, I don't think there's any other player.
Definitely not
better
Adderall.
than him at
No,
playing
it's something heavier.
currently right
He's on
now,
the
way
yayo.
he lands it
He's hitting
is just
lines.
so interesting, 'cause he's
Sponsored
thinking
by
about every
EVO,
scenario.
by the way.
Cross
This
up
stream is
jump,
co-sponsored by
forward
Yeah.
jump,
EVO.
neutral jump, air
They're
fake.
not gonna watch this. It's fine.
The
They're not
ground
gonna watch it.
elbow too?
They. Oh, here's something fun for you guys. When they approved me, I thought, oh, maybe they watched my Third Strike video and were like, you know what, we should approve Mark. He loves the game. No, because they were just on Friday morning. Billy woke up and was like, oh shit, I forgot to send out a bunch of approvals, because he was sending out approvals and CCing everyone. So I got my approval, and then I get an email. Billy gets his approval. I get another email. Charlie gets his approval. And he's just like, it's like 15 people. He's just like, and we all have each other's email addresses. Luckily, I have my, it's my business emails, luckily. But I'm like,
Right.
jeez,
It
Evo.
was kind of weird because we were behind the scenes, right, during the commentary for pools.
So there's
He was
no way.
waving
They're not
at the
watching
camera,
this.
and
It's fine.
instinctively,
No,
he just
absolutely
went,
not.
I don't know why. It's
Also,
just so
their
confusing.
YouTube numbers are kind of low. I thought that was a little surprising to me.
Well, they're doing really well on Twitch is the thing. So.
Sweating my ass off right now.
And the fact that, like, Hugo,
I guess the one advantage of being in a 100-degree shed is that it makes it seem like I'm just super hyped because I'm sweating. It's like I'm just hyped and just sweating from all the hype.
I mean, it could be that too.
Yes.
Honestly, there hasn't been a boring match yet.
Yes, and also they didn't show the replay we wanted to see. Someone needs to get fired. Someone needs to go and get fired
What, the
right now.
super whiff? Yeah, they did show that.
Oh, okay. I guess I was distracted.
Yeah, you're yapping. That's all right. It happens.
Bummer. Well, I was also having to fix my headphones.
So it's
They're sliding off my head.
we definitely have to recover 100%. In the meantime, again, we got
YouTube numbers are low because we're watching you guys instead. Yes, Ethnic. Though I was talking about, top 24. Like, I was watching top 24, and there's like 1,000 of us watching it. It's like, hey, Bill, and it's like the same 1,000 guys the entire tournament, like from pools to top 24. It's like, oh, hey, Bill, how's it going? We're like making friends with each other in this YouTube chat. Hey, how's it going? Are you guys having fun watching the? We're sitting there chatting about. What do you think they got the? You think it's on arcade hardware?
Well, right now there's almost 70,000 viewers on Twitch, so
That's crazy. Yeah, isn't it
that
funny?
is crazy.
Yeah, just Twitch dominates on these types of things. Oh, Joe Smith's going back and forth. Yeah, Joe, shout outs to you for that. Yeah, it's fine. You can have like 4 windows open as long as I'm one of the 4. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Any Ryu players, you know what's fun about this, Vrox, is because they're not showing us any brackets. It's like it's a mystery. Every new match, we're like, woo, who's playing?
They showed it once at the beginning, and then they just haven't showed it since.
And while we're talking about, that's what we call networking, exactly. While we're talking about EVO and being EVO approved, they really, really need to tone down the Chipotle, like, Chipotle pushing. Not just, okay, I know they're going to run like 10,000 Chipotle ads, but they must have also had a meeting with all the commentators and said, hey, you need to mention Chipotle every 3 minutes.
As much as you possibly can.
Because, yeah, it was like crazy. We'd be in, because I said we'd get a 3-minute match, 8 minutes of downtime, and 5 minutes of that 8 minutes downtime would be just talking about Chipotle. It's wild. And
It's funny because I just looked up. There was the Chipotle logo in the upper left-hand corner, and for a moment there was the Chipotle logo in the lower right-hand corner. So
yeah,
they're really pretty.
And
pretty
you notice it's under the EVO thing too. Like on the EVO thing, it says Chipotle under that too. By the end, I watched that. I watched that whole pools and them talking about Chipotle, and I walked out and I was like, you know what I really could go for right now? Some Panda Express. So I went and ate Panda Express after all that. Because it's a little much. You guys were a little, if there's like this sort of bell curve where if you just kind of suggest it a little bit, it's like, yeah, okay. But if you just so insistently suggest it, it starts to kind of become a turnoff after a while.
I mean, and people will meme it too, like they do with the cup noodle sponsorships for EVO Japan, but it's like, what are they going to do? I mean, they can't get a whole lot of big paying sponsors like that,
Yeah.
I'm sure Chipotle is covering a lot of it.
Chipotle is like the sponsor at this point. I mean, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, get your Chipotle cards, get your Chipotle bucks, get your Chipotle. Yeah. So Joe says, bro, Mark, I'm telling you, man, this might be the best night of the weekend. Tomorrow's just going to be Chipotle X Tekken everywhere. You're right.
That's going to be the next Tekken game, Chipotle X Tekken.
Chipotle X Tekken, yeah. You know the fabled Tekken Cross Street Fighter? It's going to be Tekken Cross Chipotle.
Mark, I'm wondering if you know about this at all. Do you know about the Virtual Fighter versus Tekken game that was announced at one point?
No. Talk to me about it. Tell me, Quash.
So they put out an ad in a Japanese newspaper with Akira and Jin, and I forget what the tagline was. And they even showed it off at, I think it was at Togeki one year, SBO. And it kind of just dropped off the face of the planet after that. And I actually tweeted Harada about this a couple years ago. Because
did you
he
get blocked? What happened?
No, he actually responded. He actually said, I remember this time we had, I'm like paraphrasing here, and of course it was like kind of broken English, but he's like, I remember this time we were working together with Sega, and we thought since we were being collaborative with our games, we may as well try to make one together, but for various reasons, it fell through pretty much.
Yeah.
So that was in the making at one point, and that was something that was going to happen.
That would have been really cool.
And I mean, I got eyes on it because I tweeted at him and he quote tweeted me. So, people saw it. It's just, what is the likelihood of that happening these days?
Yeah. Harada goes to bed at night, riddled with guilt. He's like, I could have saved Virtua Fighter. I could have helped them. And here I am.
That's the thing. Is like, he's actually like very like respectful. I mean, like you would hope he would be. He's very respectful towards Virtua Fighter as a series and all that. And I think he probably I mean, I remember at one point people were actually asking him, "Hey, why don't you guys make a Virtua Fighter game?" Which I don't know about that one, but it would. I think he actually would like to see another Virtua Fighter game.
Yeah, he talks about it more than anyone else. I think he talks about it more than Sega.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him all the time being like, "Yo, so when's Virtua Fighter 6?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Could you imagine a VF versus Tekken game made in like 2003? Like how great would that have been?
That would have been awesome, man. That would have been really cool, especially that era. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. With those teams, like the VF4 team, the Tekken 5 team.
Yeah. If they announce a VF6, I'll have to just like find hype clips of Maximilian Dude and compile them together. Be like, this is, and then just be like, I can't be as excited as Max genetically, so here's how I feel on the inside. Here's how I feel on the inside.
Yeah.
I don't have that gear in my soul. I don't have that like hype gear. My favorite reaction stream is when I did DOJ. I was like so hyped for DOJ and reaction streams, like, oh, awesome. Hey, that's as much as I can muster.
What is this biker jacket, dude? Like,
I told you it's the Met Gala of fighting games. Now you can't get that out of your head.
It kind of is. Okay, this is a good question. I want to address it.
Go ahead.
Is Virtua Fighter the most honest fighting game mechanically? No. It invented the term. It invented the term abare, which means to attack from disadvantage and to be dishonest. So it's very honest on one hand and very dishonest on another. But that's the thing about Virtua Fighter.
It's honestly dishonest, though. How about that?
Yeah, in a way, yeah, because it does require some knowledge and stuff like that. But like, it's just kind of a weird conception because people think of it as like, oh, it's like a game where it's just like, you score a knockdown and the referee yells point and you go back to the other sides of the stage. Like, that's not how the game works.
Yeah.
It's aggressive, it's swingy, people are in your face, and you can be +9 in Virtua Fighter and then just get got. Like, you can just lose the round right there, depending on what you do.
See, this is why you guys need us to restream, by the way. Like, to get you through moments of just, like, random downtime. I don't know why they do this. I kind of wonder.
Honestly,
Quash, you know all about the EVO people. Why do they do stuff like this?
I don't know everything about the EVO people, but you know what this reminds me of? This is like almost like those Japanese like variety TV shows.
You're
right. They're just inserting in the middle of EVO for no reason.
Yeah, that's right.
You just need the little face cam in the corner.
That's right. Yeah, have you ever watched like when not Cave, but M2 do their like streams?
You told me about that. I remember. They'll just kind of chill for like 45 minutes and then announce something.
It's 3 hours of them just hanging out, and then at the end they're like 5 minutes of like, okay, we have 5 minutes of announcements, and the other 3 hours of them just like hanging out. It's like, I'll never restream you again.
Someone in the chat just said, Tokido said without Virtua Fighter, he wouldn't be the man he is today. Probably a true statement too. Virtua Fighter, very somewhat similar to Third Strike. There's a tale of two Third Strikes. There's a history in the US, the history in Japan. For Virtua Fighter, that is even more the case. Very much a different history, different reception.
It's like Third Strike. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's way worse. The gap in perception is really, really different.
Yeah.
They're actually playing rock, paper, scissors at EVO. I've seen it all at this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine like kind of like a logistical reason why they're doing this, but I don't think there is. Oh, it's like a game show. You're right. It's like a game show because they're giving away PS5s. Yeah, it's a game show. Oh, wait, is she just a random person from the crowd?
I don't. Oh, mate. Or she could be a plant. I don't know, but yeah, I guess.
Wait a minute here. Is this one of those things where it's like Oprah where, okay, I get it now. So they have Justin Wong on there, but like Justin Wong will intentionally lose so you can get the PS5, right?
Exactly. So someone said, Virtua Fighter killed the shogunate and dominated Japan. That's one way of putting it.
Yes.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for it. I hope there's a VF6. I kind of feel like there will be.
I think that's. Oh, I just recognized too that logo on his jacket. It's from Cyberpunk.
Is he a man from the crowd or is he staff?
I don't know.
I think he's a man from the crowd.
My strategy right there.
I think Justin, you're supposed to intentionally lose. I think that's what's supposed to happen. Justin, you can't win the PS5. You can't go home with the PS5. This guy needs to go home with the PS5.
I'm sure he already has a PS5.
He's like trying to intentionally lose. He's like, damn it, I keep beating these scrubs. See, I told you he needs to intentionally lose so the guy can get a PS5. I got it. I got it.
All right. We went through all.
This is a Japanese tradition, Alex says.
One more round, and that's going to be against all of you.
Yeah, I think it's like a game show segment. I think Quash called it out. Justin wants the PS5. He's like, forget this. I'm not getting paid enough to do this. I better get the PS5. You know, I always, here's a question for the chat. All right, chat, this is for you to weigh in on. So whenever there's these kind of like meet 'em up type events, I personally do struggle a little bit with trying to decide which angle I come at them from. Should I get kind of all swagged out? Like the dude we saw there where he's got like a biker jacket, he's got the beanie, he's got the patches. That feels a little much, but at the same time, if you like just roll in with your normal white t-shirt, that feels a little disappointing too.
The only time I wear graphic tees is when I go to like a fighting game event or whatever.
Right, exactly. It's like your time to kind of like, be like, okay, we're not at work. It's time to nerd out.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so me and Quash both agree we're supposed to like nerd out a little bit. What does chat feel? How do you feel, chat?
I see a lot of papers getting crushed, but I see
This reminds me of, see, the problem with this is this reminds me when I had to go to these stupid work retreats and then make us do stuff like this. You know what I mean?
The mandatory fun, yes.
Yes. And now I have like a visceral like reaction. You know?
It's part of why I've stayed so far away from all of this personally, is that I don't want fun to be work.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like I don't want fun to be work.
If you ain't cosplayer, you'll blend in. Yeah,
right.
Make
fighting games for Japanese salarymen again.
Right. We need to smoke cigarettes, drink whiskey, and play dirty cabinets.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. The dirtier, the better.
All right, well, let's go ahead and send it
Mark's not getting an EVO restream next year. Just no one tell them about this, okay? Shh. No one tell EVO this happened. Don't say anything. I'm counting on my obscurity to get us through this. And if you tell on me,
I'm sure they have a sense
it's your
of humor.
fault. It's your fault. Plus, this is EVORestream.com. How do you like the web address? Oh, you can't see it.
No, I can't see anything right now.
Oh my God. I hope they're paying. Okay, for real though, I hope they're paying Justin a good amount of money for all this.
Oh, they definitely are.
They better.
They definitely are.
But you know what I mean? Like all this community stuff. I would hate it to be like, all right, we'll give you $100. You know, and he's out here doing all this shit. You know, they better be paying him. They better be paying him some money.
He's eating for sure.
Okay.
No doubt in that.
Okay.
He's doing all right.
Do you think he has an agent?
He probably does. I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
No snitch chat. Yeah. Shh. Because I can't keep it corporate for longer than 5 minutes. So we're just gonna have to do our best to get through this.
It's funny. It's funny when you think about it too. When you think about people globally who've been able to make enough money to live off of playing fighting games, it's like
5 people.
Daigo. Yeah, it's like Daigo, Justin Wong, Tokido, the guy who won Capcom Cup, Uma, and Maximilian Dude. Maximilian Dude's made enough.
Wait a minute. I'm going to defend Maximilian Dude beyond that because he's special. He's special. He's special because he is beyond fighting games. Like if fighting games crashed, Max would still be okay.
That's true. You are right.
He's like a tier above all of them. He's like a
And you know, it's kind of a popular thing in the community, like Max, and kind of thumb your nose. But like, I actually like Max's channel overall because it takes me back to like when I first started playing these games, when it was just like me and my friends, you know, like huddled around the Dreamcast. Like I like when he does stuff like that, and I also like, even though I don't always agree with some of the stuff he says, but I like when he takes like the retrospectives too, on like kind of what games were the most important for the community and all that. And also he did one too. I think he just called it the most important fighting games, and he didn't really have like a strict criteria for it. But it was like not like a bad list. Like if you look at it and process it, you can make sense of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not like, we're personality-wise very diametrically different, obviously, me and Max. But one thing I do really like about him that I've learned that I think is what's kept him like able to be like consistently okay for all these years is that he keeps his nose out of the drama. And I think that has really helped his career a lot. And so
absolutely,
that is one lesson I've learned from Max. I'm like, you know what? Max is really good about keeping his nose out of the drama, which has taken down many fighting game careers and many YouTuber careers. So that is one lesson I definitely learned. You keep your nose out of the drama.
Someone in the chat just said, don't forget Spooky. I will never forget Team Spooky. Team Spooky was instrumental into making fighting games what they are today.
That's the dude that's like doing the streams. That's the dude that's
on the East Coast. So around that same time, around that same time on the West Coast, I was helping Hans with I Play Winner, who was like the other big streamer back in the day.
We got a match. It happened.
And we do have a match.
Oh my God.
Issei versus MOV. Okay, well, I hate to call this one before it ends, but
no, MOV is gonna get him. Don't you think? MOV, top Japanese. He is the best Japanese Elena.
It's true, but this matchup is rough.
Yes, but he's a US. He's not a Japanese Yan. He's a US Yan. Okay, this is fun though. Okay, we both have our horses. I'm betting on MOV. You're betting on.
I'll bet on Issei here. Yeah.
Issei. Okay.
Yeah.
You better not let me down, MOV. You better not let me down. Yeah, look at that blocking. Oh no. Oh no. MOV, no. Don't do this to me. Also, check out Yang in the background. I love. You notice what's kind of funny about the third strike stages is like you can tell them like gradually progressing, where some of them like start to add in background animations. Like as they go, they get more and more like.
Oh, he missed to confirm.
MOV. No. Okay, he's still okay though. Issei, drop the punish there. Okay, yes. Stall him out.
Dropping in Asian means nothing though. You're still cooking.
Yeah. MOV, come on. Yes. Get him in the corner.
Okay.
No. Oh my God! Not another. Not another.
Okay.
Yes. Great super. See? That's that Elena tech. This
This
guy's not
Okay.
ready for it. He's not ready for the Elena tech.
That's the most important part. If you can spend one super to just take out a whole
There we
game
go.
like this,
1-1.
the damage nerf,
See,
that's
this
a
is
win.
me putting my faith in the game a little bit. Come on, Elena.
MOV.
You need to overcome this American scrub. Get him.
Wow.
He's probably amazing. I'm just being mean.
Oh no, he's good. Honestly,
Yeah.
I
I'm
would
sure
have
he's
thought he was a
amazing.
Japanese player if it didn't say US right there.
Not as fast as Free
Also,
Fire,
Yun,
definitely
can
stay
we
home
take a
block
moment
right
and
there.
just appreciate how swag of a character he is? I know he's like the bane of everyone's existence, but he is so fucking cool. He's got like
Do-
the
do you know-
sick
do
outfit.
you know
He's got
the,
the hat.
Do you know the inspiration for Yun and Yang?
Bruce Lee? No, Jet Li.
No,
Who?
Gundam Wing.
Nice. I
It's
love Gundam Wing.
Duo and Troa.
Oh, that's awesome. I love Gundam Wing. I need to watch it again. I haven't watched it since a kid. Look at that Elena. Look at that Elena
Yeah.
kicking ass.
I think it's because her jump in general, it just goes more.
Joe Swish says Second Impact has the better stages, Mark. That game's even had character-specific stage intros. What happened to them? I think what Third Strike should have done is, I hate how, I think Alpha 3 does this too, right? Don't they get rid of the old stages?
They do. They got rid of. I think they got rid of the old stages for Third Strike specifically because they changed the backgrounds from pixel art to images.
Oh, because you know what they should have done is they should just have a dip switch where they can come back. You know, so you go to a dip switch and boom, old stages return, or like a stage shuffle, where sometimes you get the old one, sometimes you get the new one. Come on,
Oh
Capcom.
wow!
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. See, you can't just take it on the matchups, chat. You cannot just look at the matchups. You got to look at the man and where he's from. And this man is from Japan.
Someone in the chat said that Issei is also from Japan.
He says
In which
US.
case,
It says US right there.
It says US on the stream, but
He's like a double agent. Oh my god, Japanese double agent tricking us. Well, I know MOV is one of the top Japanese players, though. I know that. So.
oh yeah.
So
And
it's
that
a
the
safe
thing
bet.
about the top Third Strike players in Japan, most of them do play multiple characters.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
MOV plays Chun-Li and I think Dudley too. I think I've seen MOV Dudley. I could be mistaken.
You know what I want to see, and we might not see it, and you know Twitch chat would make fun of it, but I really want to see it. I want to see a Yun mirror. I want to see two Yuns just yunning it up. One of my favorite matchups, but I don't think we'll see it. Do you?
We might not.
Yeah. So far, Twitch chat has been wrong. We've seen a Hugo, we've seen Elena, we've got Yun, we've got Chun. We don't know if there's more characters.
Yeah.
There should be. I swear there's a Makoto. I thought I heard there was a Makoto, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
A lot of stray hits coming in too, but also the presence of mind for MOV to understand Yun's tactics. To understand
How's it
when
going,
to go
chat?
air to air with him.
Oh, cool.
So when the target
162
combo can
tuning
do a
in.
good amount of damage.
Nice. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Elena
We're having fun. I want to do this because I wanted to have fun, Quash.
No, and this is a good idea.
It's fun.
Yeah. Just do it.
Plus, I haven't talked to you in a year.
Look at the guess.
That's true. It's been like a year.
It's like our anniversary every year. I got to bring you back for EVO. Every year it's
Yeah.
Squash time at EVO. Oh, get him, Yun.
Here we go.
Not too
I only
much
want
damage,
Yun to
though.
win this
Kind of
round so that we get more rounds.
That was
but-
the full
Get him!
combo
Get
in
him!
the corner cross.
Yeah! I'm only cheering temporarily so we get more rounds. Then I'm switching back.
That
So
was
I'll cheer for
legitimately.
I'll cheer for Yun this game. Also, Yun background, top tier. Top tier background.
It's one of the better ones in the game.
except Yang's is even cooler because it has rain, right?
Yeah, it has
Yes.
rain.
Yeah, I love the Yang one. Look at his brother right there in the background, keeping an eye on him.
Yep.
Anyway. MOV. MOV is all over him.
I don't know how. The last time
Yes.
I saw someone get hit by the second hit of Elena's sweep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, this guy's not prepared. This guy spent years
Yeah.
playing Chuns and Yuns. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't. What is this? This Elena? She has 2 hits on her low sweep? When did this happen?
Okay.
It would be hilarious to see how many gaps there are in actual like really good third strike players, like skill set because they like never play certain characters.
I mean, it's definitely a thing in the U.S. It's less so in Japan just because
Yeah.
of the
Because
environment.
the
the game
player
is in
base,
a
yeah,
world.
the player base is much bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm actually cheering for Yun here, so we get a third match or an extra match.
Oh, okay. he got
Uh-oh,
the
it's
confirm
over,
that time.
baby. It's over.
He got the confirm that
MOV.
time.
Your boy,
Is it over?
Vampires.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
He told you.
Damn.
I got
All right,
it.
I was thinking MLV would at least have to switch to Chun-Li to win, but
I was telling you, if you know the game, if you know the system, you know the parries, not even Yuns can stop you.
they have gotten that Chun-Li cosplayer into frame as many times as they have been able to.
Yes, I know. They put her front row. They're like, hey, do you want a Chipotle gift card? Stand here. Stand right here, baby. Yeah, that's the problem. You can't bring your girlfriend to these types of events because they'll be on camera the entire time for 5 million people.
The camera died?
Bring Quash back. Hashtag bring Quash back. It's probably me getting my Discord. Hold on. No,
Okay,
you're fine.
yeah, my
You're
camera's
fine.
good.
You're fine. You're back.
Good.
You know, I just realized
Discord sometimes like gets lazy. It's like, all right.
It's
we're
been crapping on me lately. I noticed in calls. All right, it looks like we've got some downtime.
Okay,
so
chat. How many times are we gonna see that Chun-Li cosplay by the end of the stream? I'm guessing 5.
Yeah, probably. That's about right.
So I'm gonna even type it in chat. 5. There we go.
Hayao is going crazy. So I'm pretty sure Hayao's going to win, honestly. I think he'll beat MLV. I hope he does, to be honest. I do.
Immediately afterwards, he's like, I gotta.
Swan also agrees with 5. Nice one.
He's just like us.
I know, right? 41 years old, doing splits, thinking about it.
I think cosplayers are really cool though. I'm glad, you know, it adds a little bit of, you know, a little human element, you know, to the bro fest. We need a little.
Well,
we need a
you
little
know what?
feminine touch to some of this stuff.
You know
Just
what's
a
funny
little,
to me is
at least.
I'm old enough to remember when in the U.S. community they would like poo-poo people for playing at anime con tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
But like when you think about it, like
All the
EVO,
girls.
well, like, you think about it, like EVO's like it's a convention.
Yes.
A lot of people show up. A lot of people cosplay. People buy art and goods and all sorts of nerdy stuff. EVO's an anime con now.
Yeah, it really is.
It really
Yeah.
is. It's an anime con with like the center focus of fighting games.
You know, it's interesting because I've been listening back to old ATP episodes, and part of every year, you know, so that's 11 years ago, and part of every year they talk about like their EVO experience, and it's so funny to hear them talk about their EVO experience like 10 years ago. They're like, yeah, so there was like 2 ballrooms, and we stayed at the hotel, and you know, it's like, oh yeah, back when EVO was just like a bunch of bros, like just broing out, and there's like
Pretty much. Yeah.
300 people or whatever. Crazy. Crazy how much the event. You remember the first year EVO had this sort of like main stage thing? That was wild. I remember watching the year before, and then that
I
year
don't
you're like,
remember what year that was.
Dear
Oh, there's
God.
one. There's one.
one,
I mean, that one might count for 2 actually.
1.5. 1.5. I'm adding them. When you see here, so 1.5.
The monitor boxing with 100 inputs, it's insane. It's a super gun setup. It's a
Yeah.
consoleized arcade board with a built-in display.
Yeah, that's sick.
It is very cool.
Okay, who we got? Hugo versus. Okay, I am not Canadian, so I'm gonna go with our buddy Hugo here. From now on, I'm contractually obligated to root for any U.S. players, but we might not have any left. So.
Actually, yeah, it's a good point. There might not be any left.
This Hugo is gonna rip this Chun-Li up. I don't know. I know, like on paper, this should be like a really bad matchup, but I think this Hugo is so experienced in this matchup. He just makes it look terrifying. Even though I know Chun's the way better character, just every time I see him fight Chuns, he just obliterates them.
I mean, it's a bad
devours
matchup,
them.
but like as far as like bad matchups against Chun-Li go, Hugo has like one of the more manageable ones, maybe, because he at least can poke sometimes against her.
Yes, yeah.
It's not like Alex where it's like you have one move. Like
Yeah.
you know, it's not like that type of matchup.
Oh man, Joe is telling us that Frankie's our only American brother is gone. He was awesome.
That Chun-Li is not very core values. That is
I was gonna
correct.
say, yeah, I was gonna
But
say
we're-
like.
but we're past that now. We're past
I'm
that.
about to
now.
say like, yeah, EVO. Evo kind of like, forget that. You know, we only banned Dead or Alive over it, but now that we've done that, it's good. It's fine.
And anything to keep the non-Capcom games down.
I have been
Evo.
saying that though, that these days I think fighting games is like chilling. They're chilling out and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to be more like globally marketable.
No, I mean they're chilling out on all the like no Cammy, no DOA. I think they're kind of chilling out a little bit on it. I think.
I don't know. I mean, I look at the designs in like SF6 and they seem noticeably toned down.
Oh yeah, SF6. You're right.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then didn't one of the Capcom guys say he like regrets making Armika or something? It's like, damn, poor Armika.
Right.
Okay, so like I was saying, this Hugo, he knows all the tricks of the Chuns. He's the Chun whisperer.
He keeps stopping. He's so good at stopping the approach. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've just, like I said, every time I see him fight Chuns, it looks like they don't. He knows everything they're gonna do. That's the problem with playing.
Okay.
Oh, the super into the corner. Okay, now it begins. Oh, nice ballsy throw there.
Ooh.
Oh, nice parry. Okay, got him in the corner. Keep him in that corner. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here it comes. This is a kind of a situation. I think Chun has a bit of an advantage here. Oh, just when I say that. Here it comes. Here it comes. And this is going to be like an EX thing or whatever. That EX rush. I think that's what's going to come. Is it coming?
There we go.
Oh, wow. Nicely done, Chun.
He felt that.
Listen, that was an unpredictable exchange, to be fair.
Oh, Skullgirls devs currently burning the library. Uh-oh. They're running for
Oh,
it.
I know what that's in reference to.
Oh, I have no idea what goes on with Skullgirls.
Basically, some concept art was changed and things were removed from the game
Oh, bummer.
recently. Yeah.
Core values. Core values returns. Oh, here comes the Hugo.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So this might be a tight. Yeah, this is going to tie back up. Yep. He had just had too many options. Too much health, too much meter. Oh, wait, no. No, not that much meter, I guess.
Well, we're tied up, so.
Okay. I still have my money on the Hugo, though.
I think Hayao will probably win.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack's making a great point. He says that the censorship's oddly timed because of popularity, but it often seems like once you get popularity, that's when it rolls in. They're like, oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like this stream. Luckily, no one's watching it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We can say what we want. Hopefully. If not, we went out. I mean, is Third Strike going to even be back at EVO next year? You know,
No, it's not.
So let's just lay it all on the line, my fellas.
Exactly. You never know what the novelty game will be next year, though. So
yeah, that's true. Like MVC2, and then I gotta bring you for that.
that would be crazy if Marvel
They won't
2.
watch it. It's okay. They won't watch this. It's fine.
That was the buffer, the little down jitter.
You know, there was rumblings of an EVO Classic to occur at Super Arcade.
That would be cool.
Super Arcade hasn't been a thing now in 5 years, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
But it would have been the place to do it, too.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this Hugo in the arcade every single day with his Japanese brothers. Ooh, here we go. Still kind of close, though, meter-wise. Just one grab, and it's over, Chun. One little grab, and you're cooked. Time.
Yep.
He's got him. He's timed out. He's going to time him out. Yeah. Yeah, there's no catch. And with Hugo, there's no catching that time up. Ooh, nice. Oh, the EX spin kick. You know, I never see those get parried.
Spin kicks?
Yeah, the EX wake up spin kick.
Oh, the EX? I mean, it's kind of a hard call out.
Yeah.
And you can just block it.
Right, true. You can just block it. That's true. No need to parry it. That's true.
Nice confirm with the crouching medium kick. Here we go.
Oh, in the corner.
Parries the fireball.
This
Cheever
Hugo better start
having one
cooking.
bar. This is gonna be
He's
so
got a full bar.
He can whip
It's time to
it.
use it.
Kick, or even
He's
just
looking.
Just like that.
The super. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Big damage.
Wow. Chun on a run.
Maximum damage ender.
And you're seeing now why this is a bad matchup, because Chun-Li can really play
Yes.
confidently at just about any range.
Yes.
Go for the 50-50.
There's really only like 2, maybe 3 ranges where Hugo can actually start to contest.
Playing amazing.
Maybe
Action
put him
on
in the
point.
corner?
Kyle not phased.
And then when he tries to jump
I
out,
mean,
grab.
to some degree,
maybe?
he's considering what's happening on the
I'm just
screen,
workshopping
right?
If you can get Chun in the corner, yeah, sure.
Okay, we got a Calvin Klein ad. At least Calvin Klein's cool. At least that. But it's obnoxious because it moves the screen. But this is unstoppable. I've dealt with this with Twitch. There's no stopping it. Okay, there we go. It's
Well,
back.
I can send you that plugin later.
Tomorrow, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, grab.
Here we go.
Okay, he's going to even it up here. He's going to even it up. Here it comes.
Difficult. Now you have full bar to work with Hayao. How do you
Got
make
him in the
the
corner.
magic
That's
happen?
exactly
Okay.
where you want Chun. Keep her in that corner.
Yep.
Yes, keep her there. Do not let her jump out. Do not let her clap in.
There we
Oh,
go.
she got the parry. She got the throw. She's out.
Oh no.
But she's thrown again. Ballsy.
2 bars to his name as well.
You could just
He
back
could
off,
utilize it. Actually, he could
but-
probably take it away
okay, now he's
with a
backing off.
single hit confirm.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Dash 720.
God. Got him. No, he didn't. That's it.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
That's it.
He is. Hayo with the miss
Whoa.
calculation on the
That
720.
was kind of a scrubby grab. I'm gonna be honest there.
I think he was expecting her to just like jump in, or not jump in, but to dash in.
Yeah. I guess you gotta go for it at this stage.
Yeah, there wasn't really much downside to it at that point. Like, this is a bad scenario to be in.
Nice. Go for the stand fierce. Uh-oh. Do you hear
Okay,
it?
he's on match point here. He's gotta get him. He's gotta get him. Hugo.
Okay, full meter for Hugo.
You are the crowd favorite. The further you get in this tournament, the more people will like Third Strike. You better win. If you lose to a Chun, people will never forget
Oh,
it. Oh,
I thought he was
nice
gonna-
block.
okay, yeah.
Just block that shit. Yeah, get him.
Yep.
Clothesline, there it is. Okay, he's got it. That's it.
There we go. So today we learned that you don't actually have to parry the whole super from Chun-Li unless you're about to die from chip damage.
That's right. That's right, folks. You don't need to do that. And Hugo's got a lot of health. He's a
Yeah.
big boy. He's a big boy with a lot of health. He eats his collard greens and his vegetables and all that stuff.
There was an attempt at a grab. You saw the startup of it, but Chiruthi still firing away a little bit faster.
Oh.
Hayao.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what is he doing?
You can't grab him and hit stun. He was going for like a
Yeah,
tick throw.
I think he must have thought he had another super art or something, or just a misinput. I don't know.
I think he was going for a tick throw, like a tick command grab thing, but he actually hit, so that it didn't work.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it. I mean, this is a tough mountain. Yeah.
yeah. Wow, so we were both wrong about that. Hayao ended up not winning.
Wow, impressive to the Canadian player, though. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Now, that was losers, too, because we saw the Hugo
Yeah.
loser. Isn't it hilarious? We have yet to see a bracket.
We saw one at the very, very beginning, and I think that was it.
Read above. They
We're
should
gonna
be in
see
jail.
Chiruthi represent himself
Failing
even
says
further
read
in the
above, they
bracket,
should be in
getting
jail.
closer and closer.
Okay,
But
sorry,
one
chat.
more
I'm not keeping up
time.
with you all are talking
Round of
about.
applause. Give it up. Stand up for Hayao, the god of Hugo.
It's hug over. Yeah. Poor Hugh.
That's just beautiful to see. I can't believe how many people.
That's
love
Hugo's
Hayao.
nickname, Hugh.
Justin, I can't believe how many people love grapplers.
Stupid grapplers. Hugo failed 3S. Finished. Well, there's still the Elena.
He plays with Hugo.
I just
I've been watching.
Yeah, now we got MLV, who I would say now is the favorite to win.
literally the first time I was.
I
ever
feel like we're
playing
missing a
2005.
player. Have we seen all the
I've
players?
seen Hugo.
You know, I noticed earlier on the bracket, one of the matches in that bracket only had one player, but I think it was because they were still waiting on someone to lose.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun match.
Doesn't matter how bad a character is, low tier,
All right, chat, what's going on?
They've shown the bracket like 3 times. Oh, sorry.
Are they showing it 3 times? Okay. I remember I seeing it at least once.
The way parry works, down parry, forward parry, the way like crouching damage.
It looks like we got some downtime. What's going on, chat? How we feeling? Good top 8? I think it's a good top 8. This is probably the most interesting Third Strike top 8 that I've seen ever. besides like maybe Co-op Cup.
Yeah.
Certainly for EVO. Certainly for EVO, this is the most
Yeah,
interesting top
definitely.
8 I've seen.
Well, they got a bigger player base, more people coming out. Third Strike's popping right now.
It's just beautiful the fact that Third Strike can be played at this high level.
Grand
in
finals mirror match?
2024.
It truly is like a
I have no
game of
idea.
expression. In fact, we did see that in the highlights here for PlayStation tournaments. Let's take a look at those exact moments as to when and where these big damage punishes came in, and also some of the expressions.
Oh man,
IRL from some
he
of
was
our
cooking for a
players.
while there.
Pure
This one
You know Hayao was feeling it because he wasn't popping off
charismatic
Yes, he was
during
concentrating.
this match. Yeah.
You got me. They hit with it, you got me. And he knows this is what he wants to do every single time. But like I said, Chiriti traveling around the world, been playing since he was 15 in North.
Oh, nice. See, that was that kind of. I don't know. That was kind of reaching. I think that was a hard read and a half.
It just doesn't hit the same like Third Strike. I want to go back.
Yeah,
to
Vacuum Boots. Vacuum Boots says he usually only watches Melee. Yeah, if you're a Melee fan, I think you should get into Third Strike because it's kind of like the closest equivalent to Melee in traditional fighting games. I think they've got so many overlaps and so many parallels.
I've actually heard a lot of Melee players say that they think either Melty or
I don't think so.
wins that.
I know they say that, but I don't think they're right. I think Third Strike's much more, much closer than Melty for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's got more.
I think with
got more of
Melty you
that
kind of
neutral
just have
game.
the I think with Melty you just have such freeform movement, and that kind of just appeals to people who like the way Smash plays.
But the
or feels
neutral
to play, I
game,
should say.
I feel like the neutral game in Melty is a lot more like block heavy than Melee is. I feel like I don't. This is just me. I play a lot of Third Strike and a lot of Melee, and I feel like I don't know. I feel they're closer than when I play like the anime fighters and stuff. That could be just.
It's just I've just heard quite a few claims for that from Smash and specifically Melee players.
Yeah. Well, Melee players, we're scrambling. We got to find a new game. Everyone's like, we got to find a new game. What are we going to play?
I feel that.
Well, you know, it's Melee's fault, though, because they, like, disassociated themselves from the FGC. So if all your friends are in the FGC and Melee's no longer at any of the tournaments, you literally have to find a new game.
Geez, speaking of Chipotle, dear God.
I told you. We've got it on the menu. We've got it. Yeah, we've got it on the side there.
No, this is their no, I'm talking about the shirts in Tekken. They got the Chipotle shirts.
Yes. They call that brand synergy. That's brand synergy right there.
Chat, if you run into anyone in Tekken that's using a Chipotle shirt, you are legally allowed, in fact obligated, to disconnect and not play them.
As like protest.
Yes.
This is a protest rage quit.
Oh, now I'm seeing the ad. Now they're putting it in the stream.
Oh, they're coming for you now. Yeah, they're coming for
Yeah.
you. I've only bought. Sarah says, only bought $700 worth of Chipotle so far. You've got 300 more to go. You got 300 more to go.
Well,
Yeah, well-
there's an interesting comment in chat. I want to live in Australia where Power Stone became the definitive multiplayer fighting game instead of Smash. I was unaware.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I was
didn't know
unaware of that.
either.
I actually played Power Stone recently when I was up in the Bay Area. I played in not an arcade, it was a LAN cafe, but someone had a Naomi setup and they put Power Stone in there.
Nice.
And like that game is because I played it as a kid some, but I hadn't really
Yes.
played it much since.
Me too.
It's kind of a weird game where it's like it's actually really straightforward. It's not as complex as you would probably think.
Right.
But because it's just so well like integrated, I guess, like every part of the game just bleeds into the other so gracefully, like it works, you know, like it feels fine to play. It doesn't like you can, the thing is like, yeah, there's like BS checkmate scenarios in that game, but like, you know, when they're coming, and when you know that they're coming, you just remember why they happened, and then you don't let it happen the next round. Like it's very like, in a way, it's almost like the esports fighting game that people have been scrambling to make all these years.
Psycho Josh didn't mean Australia, he's saying. He meant alternative universe.
Oh.
The AU, I guess you could say Australia is that alternative universe, though. Let's just say that. The alternative universe is Australia.
The last time I was in Australia, which was like 7 or 8 years ago now, they still had Blockbuster Video. So you know what? I'll buy that.
Yeah, and they've got like you know, mice that are giant and have pouches and they hop around. That's pretty wild. Oh.
Yeah, I feel like Power Stone would actually fit in just fine in the modern landscape. So who knows? Maybe one of these days.
I feel like there was kind of a little minute there where people were trying these kind of more alternative sort of things in the FGC. Like, remember that like fad in the FGC where everyone was playing Catherine for like 3 months?
God.
You remember
Yes,
that?
I do. Yeah,
Yes.
I was in the I was not involved, but I saw the
You witnessed it.
Yes.
In shock.
Horrors beyond my comprehension.
Yeah, I was kind of a little excited about that for a second because I was like, oh, maybe we could do like Twinkle Star sprites, you know? They're like, no, we're not doing that.
Something about fighting game players, they don't like. I mean, maybe that's too strong a statement, but they just don't really get shmups much at all usually, and it's just kind of like that. Oh, that's that other game.
Yeah.
That arcade kind of feeling.
Yeah. There is some crossover, but it's not majority.
Some,
it's like a faction.
Much. It's really not that much as far as the FGC goes. I think there's more from the shmup community into fighting games, if anything.
Yes, the other way around. Yeah. And that's because us shmup players, we need a social game, right? We have our solo game. We need our social. That's why I stick with fighting games. Is like I need some kind of social genre, so I'm not a complete hermit. So let's play fighting games, so I can actually hang out with my friends and stuff.
The new hotness in the FGC is Neo Turf Masters, and that game is good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what game I like a lot? I played a lot when I was younger, and I would love if people actually played this game, is Virtua Tennis, the Dreamcast game. It's so good.
Oh, I love Virtua Tennis.
Crazy good. It's just, for some reason, people don't want to play it. I don't get it. Like, it's on Fight
because, because, you know, it's one of those, like, all the cool sports games got eliminated for these lame sim games. And so now people don't want to play sports games ever.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
Like, because Virtua Tennis got eliminated by that simulation tennis game. I can't remember what it's called.
Topspin?
Topspin, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there shmup rhythm game crossover?
Is that 2 or 3? I just saw the Chun-Li cosplayer.
Oh, 3 point. Is that 3.5?
That might be 3.5.
3.5. Okay, we only need 1.5 more.
Wasn't anything a while ago that fighting game players retired to the Final Fantasy MMO? Yeah, and fighting game players are always like, fighting game players will look for any excuse to play anything that isn't a fighting game. It's really weird. Like,
yeah.
I've never got that. Like,
Justin's actually doing it right now.
Just they're intense, you know. So if you're kind of burned out from the intensity, maybe.
I want the Chipotle.
I kind of get that, but like, wait, what?
See, I told you.
You got a Chipotle burrito. Wow, amazing.
Let's go, baby.
He's got to be. I'm just saying they better be paying him. That's all I'm saying.
I think they are. I think they are.
They better be paying him.
I want the burrito. Give me that burrito, man. I can't believe that. See,
it is kind of crazy. I was telling you how much downtime there is between matches. See, now you understand why it's good to have a restream, so people have something to do during all the downtime.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But the problem is they don't usually give us much material to work with. At least when they were doing the goofy game show crap, we had that.
Yeah.
All right, here's the bracket. So we got Issei.
Oh my God, a bracket. Okay.
And okay, so it looks like we're just waiting on
Losers
Issei
finals.
Losers final, and then we'll be at grand finals.
Wow. So Issei's the Yun, right?
Issei is the Yun player, Chai-Rithi is the Chun-Li player, and then you got MOV.
And he's in grand finals, just hanging.
Yeah. MOV didn't lose a match or a set, so.
Burrito moment 37. That's funny. Ciro's got a lot of funny comments.
In the winner semifinals, right? Issei was able to take down Chai-Rithi, put him in the losers bracket. Are we gonna see the same thing? Are we gonna see the same results of Issei going to grand?
Yeah, Jack's also pointing out that modern sports games have a lot of gotcha microtransactions. They do. It's terrible. Okay.
I mean, a lot of games, period, now have that.
Yeah. So who you putting your money on? I'm going Yun here. Oh, he's
For
USA. He's USA. I'm legally obligated to root for him.
Yeah, I'm feeling Yun.
Okay.
But
biased
I'm
commentary.
feeling Yun.
Let's do it. Get him, Yun. Get him. Also, he plays the black Yun. That's like one of the swaggest Yun colors.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones. That was okay.
But I don't know if there is a bad Yun color. They all look fantastic.
I like the choice there. He did the Gatling into the shoulder, and then he backdashed.
Backdashed,
To
yeah.
space. Yeah. That was actually smart though, because like Chun-Li could have actually done a lot of shit there.
He smiles.
Yeah, he's doing some Tekken strats there.
It's a family feud, right?
Yeah.
Chun-Li is technically the
Okay, get him. I love the dive
Oh.
kicks. Ooh, nice. That was impressive.
Okay.
Okay, fierce right there. Go for the unseeable mix-up. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, parry on the
But you
high,
can't
hit low.
you can't corner Yun the same way you can corner Hugo. Yun's got some stuff. Yun can get moving.
the standing light kick.
First of all, good luck cornering Yun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like really, good luck.
He's got it's coming. He's got super.
He doesn't want to act
Any
Oh,
moment now.
kill in the next
Contested that corner cross up
Nice.
with I think stand heavy kick.
and then
Yeah, that was nice.
That makes a lot of sense because
Okay, here we go.
say you don't get to open up.
They're
super
both
quick,
maxed out on
and
meter.
then you have
Interesting.
to waste a little bit more
Yep.
meter, you won't get the same damage on it.
that, and if you lose, you go
There
Why
it
no
is, the
super?
activation.
Why no super? There it is, finally.
Yep.
So much more. Anyway,
That's-
let's
I think you're a little bit behind me.
Oh, I must be. That's okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
You just have such you're so perceptive. You knew it was going to happen. You knew it.
Look at the meter.
Let's just go with
He
that.
just got it. Get
There
it.
we
you go.
go.
super jump cancel, by the way, off of the
Get
Oh,
him, yeah.
good. Oh,
Oh, blocked it. Okay, punish. Oh my God.
Parry.
What
that
happened?
was so goofy. That was so goofy.
Is he
Yeah,
nervous?
he
It
just
seems
missed
like
that
losing
basic
final.
parry right at the end.
Nice
Because Yun,
block.
you can actually just parry that.
was
There's not a
really
red
good
parry.
block.
Right at the
Yeah.
end there. There's that delay where you can just parry it. That's it. This Chun is a beast.
Yeah.
Kicking some ass. Took out Hugo.
But I think even
You know,
then,
many
like,
Chuns have fallen in
Issei
this
didn't
tournament.
mess up
A
the
lot.
parry. It might be Issei going up one game right now. The fact that he took that
We
big
technically
jump
have a Chun in grand
because
finals
one,
though, because if MLB loses with Elena,
and that's just
I
the
don't think
stuff
he's
that
gonna
he
stick to
does.
Elena.
Okay, so
Max
we've
damage
gotten multiple
activation.
reports that Issei is a double agent and he's actually Japanese.
Nice.
That
makes
is what
sense.
the stream chat has been saying. Yes.
But at least he is repping the United States. Or do you think it's the overlay guy? He's like, you know what? We need a USA person. Let's just. You're a USA now.
Yeah. Could be that.
Okay. This is a close match though.
It is. Oh, that was
That gets him every time.
strange.
Also, the fireball, just him running into it. Issei is having
He,
Okay.
He's just so comfortable. And
Yes.
I think Chai Ridley's really good at catching those corner cross-up attempts. Like he just knows when they're coming.
Imagine how many Yuns this dude has fought in his life. Just
Probably, like,
imagine.
what a delay, too.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
but
over.
Ganasian, Ganasian.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Slightly with the crouching medium.
With
How-
one
how's the
sliver
bracket
held
now?
up.
How's the bracket now? We were at losers finals.
Yeah, we're
So
losers finals.
whoever wins this will be in grand finals.
Yeah, and I think the Yun's taking it.
Normal will always win.
And I think a Yun Elena would be
Ooh.
really fun finals, just
Crouching
personally.
damage. Look at that chunk right there.
Nicely
Nice.
done.
Using the
I'm
crouching
also
light
glad
right
this is
there.
on the Yun stage
Activate,
because
through block stun.
the Chun-Li stage is my least favorite stage in the game.
Command grab, medium kicks.
Yeah, it's down there for
Look at
me.
the damage. Look at the meter building. Pass.
Oh,
Go for the
He's
cross
just
up.
so
No.
confident contesting on wake
Yes.
up. I don't get it. Like that's so like
Gonna activate right here.
Ooh,
Gotta
that could've
chase
been it.
down. Yep.
You could have activated perhaps to a stand jab.
I love the
Stand jab.
backdashes. It's
1000%.
hilarious how
Oh,
much
yes,
distance
the
you can
hard
get.
void doesn't confirm with the forward heavy punch.
well, it's smart because it's just how you like instead of like walking up and blocking to expect a
Yes.
reversal, you just create space.
Yeah.
Because you're young and you can just punish it from any range.
Yeah.
Smile on Yang's face in the background. 2 rounds from Issei. Taking it down against Shirley. Now it's been very
Yeah, exactly.
This is
Joe's
probably the
pointing.
most-
Joe's got a really perceptive. Joe's a perceptive man because he's saying Twitch chat is just sitting there complaining about Yun and Chun. I told you that's all they'll do. That's why you need to be in this chat. This is the enlightened
He's
third
doing
strike
such a
chat.
great job of this. Just changing the game compared to the winners finals.
Plus, they don't even. They probably don't even know Elena's in grand finals. They're like, oh yeah, this is Yun Chun fest.
Activate the Yun.
That
Getting hit by the
it's really
Karen.
there is a
Juggle
Yun and a
up here.
Chun, but they're
Look at
not
the juggle.
that many.
This
If
is
you
it,
looked at top
though.
8, we had a Ken, we had a Hugo, we have Elena, we got and we had 2 Chuns.
Wow. Speaking of which, that round ended very fast.
Yeah,
I think more
That was
he's a free
very
fighter
convincing.
and he's privileged like that.
Okay.
I'm loving the
It's
back
fair.
and forth
Forward
too.
fierce again, that's a knockdown. Forward fierce is
The
really good
this
against
top
Chun-Li.
8's been
Okay.
really good.
Chun-Li can punish with super.
Nice.
Oh my god. Look at the damage. Taking out the Genai Jin bar. That's huge.
Okay, palms.
Time for Yun to play
Oh,
the
that was a really
bar
ambiguous
right
dive
there.
kick.
Using the standing
I
action,
love
use the
how
counter, jump
weird
on
his
right
dive
away.
kick is. It's such a weird angle. I love it.
Yeah.
It just, like you said, it allows for a lot of ambiguity. And I also love like the way when Yun gets a parry, and then he does the follow-up like, I don't know what the word is for it. You know his diving punch? What's that called?
The diving? Are you talking about the one where he like lunges forward?
Yeah. What's that called?
I forget the name of it.
Just the momentum of that, like it just gives the game this really cool vibe. It's just super cool when he gets those.
Oh, the stand medium kick anti-air. Not the best
Okay.
anti-air, but still really good for the
See,
Smart.
this is some melee
Yep.
stuff right here. The way they like space in and dive kick in and neutral jump in. It's cool.
Nice.
So much more meter.
Okay, this Yun's he's warming up.
Here it is.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Yep, goes for the reset.
Yep.
Goes for the throw.
You know he
Oh, I
loves
think
to
he
do that.
expected
He
ship
loves to do that.
Activate.
Ah, there we go.
Ooh, the trade.
Oh, the trade. You can't trade when you're Yun. You don't have the health.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
So far, I think this is like the most like, dare I say it, this is like the most impressive, solid play of the top 8.
Yes,
Fireballs are very weak.
definitely.
Right? The fact that parries a bit-
I mean, and we had high out until just like a game ago.
Yeah.
So
That
says
was
something.
fun.
was able
That
to
was
pick
fun.
out that clutch moment decision of Genijin. It really
Okay,
makes
here
every
we go.
combo, every move and
Yeah,
strike
now
not use
we want more matches too. So even if you were cheering for the Chun, you better cheer for the Yun for this one. So we get a best of 5 here. Oh, in the corner. Yes, juggle. How do you not love this? Is it just me? How fucking crazy his super is?
Nice crouching medium kick, spinning bird kick.
Was that punishable, by the way, on hit?
they're both just whiffing at that range.
Yes.
It's definitely,
Yeah.
I would say,
And
Got
then
him.
pulls it out by getting him in
lunging
the
into
corner.
him.
but because it's third strike,
Yun's lunge punch is
Lunge.
Zesho.
Yes, it's sick.
Zesho.
Oh, get him. Get him.
not wrong on that one. Okay.
Head is blocked.
Overhead.
Trying to minimize the damage. Does so
Oh,
successfully
I
with
love
the
that double kick.
anti-air with crouching medium punch up kicks.
Great
Very
air.
common tactic, but also very
Great
effective.
tech. You know what's funny is I was watching the top 24, and a lot of the players weren't hitting like ground techs. And then I was like, are they just bad, or is this like some kind of strat? I couldn't tell. Is this like a strat not to tech, or are they just bad?
What a fast second round from these
It could just be both. It could just be
Yeah.
they just never bothered to learn that part of the game.
Okay, here we go. Yes, baby. C
We're
plus.
tied up.
C plus. I want to see an
Oh,
A
the
plus.
rankings are so fake in this game, man. Like,
I don't care. They're cool. I don't care. They're fucking awesome.
it's a cool idea. It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
You-
You know,
you'll
I was
see-
seeing
you'll-
a video though. I was seeing a video though where you can use the points to hit confirm. Have you heard about this?
The points? What do you mean?
The point, you can't see it because it's cut off by EVO, but there's a point.
Oh, the point counter on the screen.
You
yeah,
can use
yeah.
the point counter up top to hit confirm. I was like, damn, I should
Yeah.
try that.
better time to activate. No, but he dropped.
Get him, get him. He's got him in the corner. Do not let that Chun out. Keep that Chun caged. Keep baby in the corner. Oh, she's out. I do it. Love those empty dive kicks. I think he's trying
Oh,
to
wake
catch
up,
like
Perry.
a stray limb doing that. That's
He's
it.
not dead yet. He's close. Fierce, fierce. No,
Here comes the
reset.
throw. Oh, nice.
No. Wow.
Yeah. That's just a tough situation to recover from.
Yeah.
Just a lot of options, and you're at a disadvantage.
Wow.
Yes.
Round start Ganesian.
Yes, that's absolutely. He's on match point. He's got to win this
Yeah.
round. This round must be won.
Oh, he didn't quite finish it, but that's all right.
That was good.
Okay, though. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay. Harry?
Even Justin's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's Yun.
Yeah, that's fine. Get him. Here it comes. That was sick. Run away. Yeah, that was smart.
Yep. Nice.
That's great.
Okay.
Wore it out. But we don't want the Chun to win. Get him. That's it. He's got him. Oh my God. I was so
go.
confident. But he's got a lot of health to work with. He's got a lot of health to work with. You know what's also good about Yun in this matchup, I'm realizing, is if you're dive kicking, it's probably harder for Chun to like super punish that. You know, to do like her super punishes on those. Because
Probably,
you're,
yeah.
you're in the air.
Success.
See?
Oh.
Corner.
Three throws.
Oh my God, that's it.
Yep.
I mean, it's not it, but it's looking
No,
bad.
no. this
That's
is-
looking real rough.
Unless
We just
he
need a
gets Ganesian
perfect.
right here.
We just need a
Yep.
perfect.
There you go. Okay.
Go, Yun, go. Oh, nice overhead. Yes.
Maybe not, but it's okay.
Okay, it's possible.
Nice. He got it
him
again.
in the corner. Here it comes. This is it. Don't
Yep,
screw this up.
yep,
dude. Don't screw
Yep.
this up.
He
Got him.
He got it.
Yes. See, this is why third strike's sick. That's why third strike is sick.
Okay, but let's be honest. If you're the Chun-Li player there, you're like, why did he get
No,
Asian?
he had plenty of opportunity. He had plenty of opportunity.
Is that 4? Is that 4?
That's 4.5. We only need like her leg. Just need her leg and a shot, and we'll make it.
Do you understand how
He got Asian twice in that round, just in that end segment. Like,
Yeah,
just
that was
insane.
awesome.
Probably where there's 2.5 seconds left against Nijin.
That was amazing comeback though. In the clutch like that.
Did the regular combo he was supposed to do.
You- losers finals.
Combo, right, to build some more bar in the
Woo.
process, and was able to get one
That
more
was amazing.
confirm off a crouch medium kick into lunge punch, and he built that chunk of
Dude,
Genai
there
Jin.
was so much
Literally
meter
a
built.
checkmate scenario, because if Chun-Li did reversal super, it wouldn't have worked. It's too slow. If she did literally
Yeah, that was nice.
EXSPK, Yun is too small. He crouches against the EXSPK. So it was literally one of the decisions where you had to guess right on the crouching light kick or the command throw. Live
Yeah,
the
he
life
is
or
the
death situation.
protagonist,
Okay,
exactly.
Moving forward, but Chirithi, Canada's own. We gotta give
Sora, you're just in time. Grand finals. Yun versus Elena. And the Yun's gotta win too.
But exactly how amazing both players were here for the highlight brought to you by.
Yeah, Yun is a loser. So, in case y'all aren't familiar with the double elimination format, in grand finals, the person who didn't go through the losers bracket and won all their sets, they only have to win one set. But if
Yeah.
the loser bracket player manages to get to, because it's best of 5 right now, so if they get to 3 games, then the bracket resets and they have to do it all over again.
All the
So-
players and all the Chun players are just like, oh god. But
Yeah.
you
We could be here for a while, actually. In fact,
I'm
you
a
know,
little scared we won't be. I'm a little scared to be like,
maybe. Let
Fast
me
as
use the
hell.
bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a flash.
okay, I'll entertain the chat. He
He
disappeared. He evaporated. He melted. That's impressive. He did the what character can do that? Like Nero or whatever? He can turn invisible.
Instead of like getting the clean hit of Genai Jin, going for the Genai Jin when it's like half bar gone, because he's able to build so much bar every time, just recycle, and I mean it really showed.
I think he's gonna do Elena. He's been doing Elena all
those
tournament.
enders were absolutely brutal. Not only the damage, but how significant that meter build is towards the ender. You have to
Yes.
really
Okay,
calculate
chat.
which ender
Let's
you wanna
talk.
choose.
It's me and you
Until we
now.
saw the forward
Let's
flip and
chat.
continue the juggle, you could
He was
see
a
how
hologram.
powerful he was.
Yes, he was a
Majority
figment
enders
of our
built, but
imagination.
prior to that, he's been building what, maybe like a little over a third of the
Yeah,
bar,
for
but after
no,
that,
it's
his enders,
so the
he built
counter lum is for how many
Yeah.
times they're gonna show that
90%,
Chun-Li
you only need, like, maybe
cosplayer.
7
I
and a
guessed
half
5
to get the Genai
times.
Jin, and
I'm
most of the
we
time
got
those sequences,
there was one
they're
really
really
long
fast.
shot, so we
Oh
gave that
my
1.5.
God,
So
he
we're
comes
there.
over because he gets to open
We're there.
up the
4.5. We
sequence,
just
right?
need one
Go
more.
for command throw, cross up dive kick, and guess what? Activate Genai Jin Superman mode again.
Superman.
Right?
How's it
literally
going?
is
Just in
Superman.
time for
Flies
grand
across the screen
finals.
with
He
the
does,
left
right?
punch.
They already
Lunge
beat the
punch.
Yun,
Hard
yes,
time
but in
doing
grand
it.
finals.
Whoa.
No.
Who
That's
said
when
that?
things gets crazy.
Who said that?
Let me look it up just in case to see who quoted that.
I'm cheering for
after
Elena
this
new
break.
type.
I know we talked about the conclusion
I'm a
of
little
the
divided because I
who
kind of
this
do
moment
like the Yun
cares
player. I
about
know
the
he's
best,
not a
and I'm
fan
pretty sure
favorite, but
ESA
I'm
does
kind of a
well. In the
Yun
meantime,
fan.
after
I
this,
think he's
we
awesome.
have
So
our
I
chance
play
for
Ken,
third
but
strike.
I love seeing Yuns do their thing. Yeah, he's got to get through. He's also got to get a reset.
Use promo code EWGF623 when you order any entree in the Chipotle app and get 500.
Yeah, Loom. Yeah,
Chipotle.com/Tekken8
we're keeping an eye out. You expecting a reset? I'm hoping for a reset. I don't know if I'm gonna get one, but I'm hoping for one. One thing I really, it's fun to restream this. This is why I wanted to restream it, because like if I just sit and watch the finals by myself and we have all this downtime, it's like you know, but at least restreaming, we all can chat, we can hang out, get through the downtime together.
It never fails. It's as simple as snap and hang. Bang, bang, bang. Visit display.com.
All right, everyone can see me, hear me still?
Yeah, that's true, New Type. New Type's making a good point. New Type agrees he's a fellow enlightened fan of Yun, but he also agrees that it is also refreshing that if Elena wins, that way people will shut up about Third Strike just being Yuns and Chuns. But sometimes it's not about what people think. It's about how we feel. And I'm perfectly willing to accept the Yun winning this.
I mean, if you believe dead internet theory, most of them aren't real people anyways.
Yes, they are bots indeed. Yes.
I don't know if I sent you this. I played against someone in VF5 on PS4 recently.
Uh-huh.
All they did was punch string, PvP.
Yes, yes.
So
Yep.
did I send that to you?
No, I've encountered that personally. There's a guy who I don't know what he's doing. If he's just turning on his PS4 and leaving turbo punch on. I've encountered
I don't know. But
I've encountered him.
Because I was playing Jackie, so I was like, wait a minute. So I recorded it, and I said, okay, just for the record, I've already played one game where he did this the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't have my hands on the controller at all right now, and I'm going to triple perfect this man. And that's exactly what happened. I'm just like,
it's a thing because I was like, okay, let's see how long this does it. I really think it's unmanned because it will do it for like
I do.
6 matches.
A part of me thinks like tinfoil time. I think Sony or Sega or whoever is artificially boosting the player count of the game.
I think so.
I don't know. And, I think that's actually the most reasonable explanation.
Yeah.
Because who would do that? Who would do that?
And so consistently. It's every time I play online that player is there. Every time. I'm like, all right, this guy is dedicated to this.
Oh God, no! But like, I showed that to my friend. He's like, "Dude, it's just the dead internet theory, but for fighting games." It's like you're right. Like,
yeah, that's wild.
I don't think I've even played.
Though.
I don't think I've even played it since. I think that demoralized me so much. I haven't even bothered trying to get a game online.
I wouldn't mind it, except it keeps screwing up your matchmaking because you keep running into the bastard.
Yeah, and you can't like blacklist people or anything either.
Yeah. So maybe it's like a rogue Tekken player trying to get revenge on Third Strike, or on Virtua Fighter. Have you also seen like the random advertisements in VF5 sometimes?
Yes, they added those recently.
Yes, I was like, what the hell?
Something is keeping that game afloat, but it's turning into like an AI generated web page almost. That just happens to have a game attached to it.
Yeah. We need VF6. We need it now.
We do. And
have they done any announcements or oh, they'll do that tomorrow, of course. They'll do all the announcements tomorrow. Not right now.
People in the chat talking about balance. So I have kind of a both sides approach to this. Like people will say balance is all that matters. Obviously that's not true. You can balance a game and it can suck. But then other people say balance doesn't matter as long as the game's good. It's like, well, that's not true either.
Yeah.
Like
my take on it is the melee theory, where the right unbalanced. You need the right unbalance, if that makes sense. It needs to be unbalanced in the right way.
I think fighting games are uniquely positioned compared to a lot of other games where you can have universal mechanics that everyone can access that can neutralize a lot of things or make a lot of things less threatening.
Third Strike
is
being
that 5? Is that 5?
Example. Yep, that's 5. That was a half, so that's 5.
Okay.
5. I think I'm going to lose, though, because I think we're going to get more.
Yeah, we're going to be getting more. I don't think we anticipated this taking quite as long as it has.
Yeah. They're really extending it out. I wonder why.
SF6 pools were insane. I watched a little bit of the
I haven't watched any.
earlier.
I haven't watched any SF6 at all.
I was kind of surprised at some of the things I was seeing though. People were really using Drive Rush not just to like get in people's faces. They were using it like a run, like to extend the range of their normals a lot.
That's cool.
So that was
it'll be fun to watch. We're gonna restream it. Oh, I'm gonna. Quash can join if he'd like to.
I might be able to tomorrow.
He's got this cool overlay. I mean, it would be a waste not to use it.
I won't do Tekken though. I won't do.
No,
Tekken.
no. I'll hold down Tekken. You don't worry about that. You just worry about Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of excited to watch Tekken 8. Not purely as a fanboy, but more like I think like it's going to be a defining tournament for the game one way or another. Either it's going to flop and that's going to be like a rough time and kind of like, okay, Tekken 8's in trouble, or it'll, be good and it's like, all right, maybe Tekken 8's got some legs under it. I just find it, I think it will be a defining tournament.
I agree. I do agree with that.
Yeah, one way or another.
I haven't actually watched a whole lot of EVO this year. A lot of it was happening while I was at work on Friday too. So
I've watched a ton of EVO and it's all been Third Strike. And so it's been, like I said, chat, it's been 3 minutes of matches, 8 minutes of Chipotle. I've seen so many Chipotle ads and heard so much about Chipotle.
What's everyone's favorite thing in Chipotle? I get the double wrap burrito. I do barbacoa, brown rice, pinto beans. Nah, that's fun.
My favorite thing about Chipotle is this other restaurant called Fiesta Ole. in
Okay.
Idaho, and it's delicious.
That's a very Idahoan name for a for a
Fiesta
Mexican.
Ole. Oh,
Yeah,
Idaho's.
that's-
Well, you're in California though, so
Yeah,
California's
I can-
got top
I
tier.
can-
Yeah, but Idaho's got like second to top tier. We're close behind it. We've got amazing Mexican food.
I know. I've been to various parts of the U.S. and had Mexican food. And there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Well, not in the Midwest though. I lived in the Midwest. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, maybe certain parts.
No, Idaho, Arizona, California, Texas. That's where you get the good stuff.
All right, here we go. No more
Grand-
Chipotle.
Well, Fiesta Ole. Okay.
This is grand finals.
Okay, here we go. Elena Yun. I love this matchup because it's unique. I've never seen an Elena Yun matchup in a long time, so it's gonna be cool.
It's been a while for me too.
You know what?
can't
Also,
remember the
I
last
think
time I saw
MOV is taking one for the team because people are saying he can play Chun. He's good with Chun. I think MOV is taking one for the team and saying, guys, you know what? I'm defying the meme. You all are memeing about this. I'm defying it. Here's Elena. Don't you think?
I don't think he's going to lose the tournament if it comes to that
You
by
don't think?
sticking with Elena. No, I think he will 100% counterpick if he feels he needs to.
Okay, okay.
That's how fighting game players think.
I know, but he's a third strike player. Their love of the game is very deep. They're very.
It's true,
If,
but
if-
but
I'm
even
just saying,
that,
if any player takes one for the team, it would be a third strike player. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, nice block on the
Okay.
over. Sweaty.
The Yun is cooking. I think this is a tough matchup for Elena, correct? This Yun's just in her
yes.
grill. Yes.
Yeah. Now I could imagine that Elena could at least sometimes poke.
Yeah.
But,
Base
I mean,
poke.
yeah.
And also, I feel like Elena does have good defense because when I've seen this match before. This was winners finals or in winners somewhere, and Elena kicked the crap out of this Yun. Remember?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's doable.
But he didn't have it unless he tried. By the way, that was an input error.
C++, by the way. He's just an above average player.
Kaiser saying channeling Dante for a second. Yeah, Yun's awesome. Yun's like the DMC3 of fighting games.
Yun, you can tell they were like, we know we were gonna make a Darkstalkers game, but screw it. We'll
Yeah.
put him in Street Fighter.
Yeah. I really do wish that the arcade board did shuffle the backgrounds, though. I really do wish that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, they weren't on that wavelength back then.
Yeah, they weren't prepared for that level of tech yet.
Well, they didn't make these games with streaming in mind.
Right,
Or-
exactly.
Or
Yeah.
the era of YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, man, he is cooking. But he's got a long road because he's got to
does,
reset. It's not like he just wins this. He's got to reset this sucker.
Yep. I mean, right now it's looking pretty convincing.
Yes. So I've heard theories, but these theories are bad. But I'm going to repeat them anyway because they're kind of interesting. That like one meta is that when you're in grand finals and you're in winners, that you kind of play a little. You play a little bit more. You don't play all out so that you can gather information, and then if you need to, then you go all out. I don't believe in this theory, but it's an interesting theory.
I think there's credibility to that actually. I don't think it's always true, but I think it can be true.
Yeah. Because
That
I
might
feel
be
like
what's going on here.
I was about to
might
say
be
that
what's going
kind
on
of feels
here.
like that's what Elena's doing right now. It's like kind of information gathering right now, scouting. Nice. That's super. Does a lot of damage though.
I think the crazy part is normally if you're a Lena player.
Let's just take a moment to comment on how sick the animations of this game are. Like Elena doesn't just stand; she's like doing breakdance, even in her idle animation.
She looks different in her idle animation though. That's always bothered me.
I love it personally.
Oh, no, it looks like it's like a different model almost.
Oh, really? I've never noticed that. Well, don't point that out. Let's not think about that.
Let's not think about that. No, I agree. There are some great animations in this game.
The hit animations are my favorite too. The like bubble sparks are awesome, so iconic. Okay, here it goes. Now if he's gonna turn it on, probably the time to do it. B rank. Nicely done.
Good job.
I got the B rank.
like it's also one of the things that you do with
I wonder, do you get A rank if you get a perfect?
using the EX.
This is
I
the
don't
type
know
of
if that's
stuff
like the
third strike
requirement.
players need to know.
You can combo after.
Just after all my years of playing, you know, Devil May Cry, I'm like, oh right, let's see what. How do you get an A rank?
Oh, yep. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you?
Oh my god. Oh, see? He's booing him. He's booing him.
You can't say that if you're a young player, right? You agree with me, right?
Of course he can.
Into the character
Someone's
selection
got to
right
take a
now.
hit for the game.
Chun.
Yeah, it's also clear that Issei is not American because I think they know each other. It
Yeah.
seems like they know each other.
He probably just lives here now or something.
Yeah, or maybe the overlay guy is like, hey man.
Maybe they've been wrong for the entire top 8.
Yeah.
How are you not going to fight against
Maybe, yeah,
Oh, wow.
maybe he
Both
moved
those
to the
good.
US. That's a good point. Maybe he moved.
I feel like Issei, literally the ceiling of the character of Yun.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know if this counter pick's gonna exactly work immediately because he's got to switch gears, and this Yun's cooking. This Yun's hot. This Yun's ready to kill any Chun he sees on sight.
Just like that, how fast this might be a 3-0, a quick
You know what I mean?
3-0.
Sometimes, because I've seen this a lot, you counter pick to the higher tier character, then you're like, oh crap, I gotta like play this other higher tier character. Okay, we'll see.
Oh, he dropped that? Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay,
Going
the
back here.
the super's got to be coming any moment now. There it is.
Maybe not. He wants to get the advantage.
He heard you. He's like, let me
He's
prove
kind
you
of like,
wrong, Justin. I'm doing
okay, there we
this.
go. Getting the command grab. That's what.
Nice.
Oh,
The jump,
oh
look at
yeah.
that, almost half life.
Yeah, that was a different ender than what
So,
he normally goes for because of
question:
how much time
if
he
you're
has left.
comboing him after the super's gone,
Jumping back.
is that damage scaling normal again,
Not gonna
or?
activate here.
Oh, you mean like like if you're Yun doing a combo
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Nation runs out?
Yeah.
I think the scaling remains the same. I'm not
Oh, okay.
sure.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, something to research.
I don't know if it would have hit.
I love
I mean,
the.
I don't think you get like a full like reset for running out of Ganasian. I don't think the game rewards you
Right.
for running out of super. Yeah.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
Nice, meaty crouch, medium kick, MLB.
Oh, see those dive
Fighting
kicks.
against the dive kicks, but the activation station is here right
See,
now.
I think Chun really struggles on those. I think she has trouble punishing them.
How did he recover that fast though?
The dive kick?
That's
I mean-
cross-up.
Yeah.
Just another bar.
I mean, I'm sure you can punish it. It's Chun-Li. I think the problem is there. He was in the corner and he had to figure out if that was going to be a corner cross-up or not.
Yeah.
Absolutely loving that error.
Speedrunning finals. Well, he's got it. Yeah, true. But he's got to get through another
3-0.
round here.
It's time to see who takes it
Did
to
he
the
already reset it?
final
Yeah.
set.
Whoa. See, that's what I'm saying. He's got to switch back to the Elena.
You know, MLB's game plan in
You
winning
got to switch
finals
back.
was so
You're not
solid.
winning.
I just-
If you're gonna
I don't
lose,
really see
lose with
what-
Elena.
I don't know what the adaptation Issei has.
Well, he might win though.
Him not running
Okay,
the
that's
normals.
true.
It is
That's like
possible.
the only
That is true.
adaptation I
That is
can think
true.
about. It's like he just stopped running into these pesky air normals, jump medium punch, jump heavy punch, forcing MLB to bring out Chun-Li. But even then,
Okay,
Chun-Li versus
Chun, white
Issei
Chun.
just had the dominant run
Great
the whole
costume.
entire time. Only if it's one game, but then Issei's
I'm
warmed
glad
up.
they're on the.
MLB
I'm really glad they're on the Yun
MLB's probably
stage
warmed
though.
up as well too.
That is the big problem, right?
Right.
He hasn't really had enough time throughout the entirety of the
So-
They're just filling each other out now. Like none of them really wants to go in right now. Well, I say that, and okay, no, he backed up again.
Yeah.
They're
I was-
really trying to drag this out right now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. What do you think? Okay, so should Chun play more defensively in this situation?
I think yes. I think given the context of the last match, yes, 100%. It's the right
Slow.
call.
You need to slow this Yun down. You need to ice him. He's cooking way too hard right now. Ooh. Oh, he's got him in the corner. Oh, corner switch, nice. Okay, I'm sort of cheering for the Chun-Li a little bit, just so we get a little bit more more action here. Nice.
Look at the shoulder. He did a heavier version of the shoulder. That's actually the biggest snipe out for MOV in terms of momentum. What a call out against the shoulder.
Yeah, he's got to cool this. He's got to cool this Yun down.
That was definitely activation the
Yes.
first time. That lunge punch.
Jumping back, medium kick, maybe air jump. No, doesn't
Wow.
go for it yet.
Oh, he's got
Okay,
something.
that's
Not
too
much
bad,
though.
actually.
Good confirm. Good confirm.
Defense.
Wow.
Stand jab, crouching jab.
And he's got another one too. He's got another super just waiting.
Yep.
Waiting.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
This is the down parry right there. Tries to bait Yun.
I'm
All right.
assuming Yun is kind of hard to catch, like in neutral.
Yes. Yes. Very. Extremely.
Yes, yeah.
Would have caught him. Issei did.
So even if you got the super, you still got to catch the guy. Oh,
I mean, he's reducing Chun-Li to crouch short and
got
jab.
him.
So,
Got him.
but yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
He
Okay.
missed the execution the first time.
Woo.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast these matches go. That's what I was saying. We've had
That's
more
just old
downtime
fighting
than
games.
match
Old
time.
fighting games in general are just so much faster when it comes to match
Yes,
time.
they are.
Yeah, I know. That's what I would do. Something doesn't
I love
work,
it.
if I mess up, I'm mashing
No,
my
I vastly prefer that.
It's so
I kind of
fast.
just wish
I'm
they
like,
sped
not
up
even
the actual
close.
tournament format. You know, like less downtime in the tournament.
No. We need to give away PS5s.
That's true.
We need to plug Chipotle.
We could just,
All right, so
you could just take it. You know what they should do? They should just throw a PS5 into the audience. Oh my
There you
god,
go.
that'd be awesome.
MLB's going in a little harder at the start of the round. He's taking that momentum from last game.
Yeah, I think
I
he
think what
wants
he's
to
saying
keep
is,
this
I know.
mixed up.
He's like, I know what you want to do, so I'm gonna stay just right on top of you. I'm gonna make
Oh,
you
another
double
one.
check about throwing out the shoulder ram.
Nice. I love that.
Oh, nice escape there. Okay, come on, Yun. Let's pull it together. Let's pull it together. You've got meter. It's time to use it. Oh, nice. Here it comes. No? Okay, there it
Oh,
is. He wanted him stunned. That's good.
Yep.
Yes.
This could kill.
Kick the shit out of this Chun. Get her.
Oh no, no forward fierce. Maybe the
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, that's it. Oh, he got him with the low. I did not know that would win.
I almost got flashed
Did you
back
know that would
there.
win?
No.
He must have known though. He's like, oh, I'll just go right under your super.
Yeah.
This ain't this ain't Ken. You know, this ain't
Yeah.
Daigo Ken. I'll just go right under it.
Okay,
MLB again, just really trying to get him into the corner as quickly as possible.
It also brings me comfort to see that every single time they hit their techs, I'm really relieved to see that.
Yeah.
I was kind of scared that there's some kind of stupid meta where you don't want to hit your techs, but I'm glad.
No. That was Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, I'm glad that's not the case. Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is close. This is close. Okay, got him in the corner. Corner switch. Nice parry. Oh, he's just building meter. Give me that meter.
Yeah, if anything, the problem with letting Yun chill like that is that you are just giving him Ganesian, and you don't want to
Yes.
do that.
It's kind of an arms race, yeah. Who can get the meter and then use something with it? It's kind of scary both sides.
It looks like
Here
MLB's
comes-
doing fine right now because he has a stock and meter gap back.
Yep. Oh, okay, he's got him. That's okay. It's still
Command
open.
grab.
Still open. That's a huge combo.
Yeah.
Mix up there. Side switch. That's it. Right? That's it.
That is it.
Wow. Nicely done, Yun.
If only ship type B was in third strike.
Yes. Yeah. Homing.
If only you could choose your option in third strike.
B rank. Oh yeah, TBC1 makes a great point. The low profile, that is one thing really missing from modern fighting games. I really agree. I love how older fighting games like Third Strike use real hitbox interactions. Like knowing that the hitbox is like kind of off the ground and this hitbox is kind of on the ground, but it's not like a totally pre-planned formulaic thing. I love that about old fighting games. Like the hitbox interactions are more, I don't know what you call them, like real space.
Serendipitous.
Real space, you know. I love that. I agree with TB1. Great point. Okay, this is as close as you can get in terms of the round and match count here. Keep that Chun in the corner. Do not let her out of that corner right now. Oh, see, no one, that gets him every time.
Yeah,
just
I'm
must
ahead
be-
of you. I don't want to spoil it, but I knew what was happening there.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, hold on. I'm
Yeah.
going to refresh so we catch up. Chat, we're going to refresh. Though I'm kind of scared to refresh because we might get an ad.
You might get ads, yeah.
Okay, we know we don't have an ad. Okay, let's unmute. Hold on, I'm scared to unmute. There we go. Okay, good. Unmuted now.
Wow, what an activation that is.
Got it.
A statement. He wants to win this round.
All right, well, he was just up in his grill and
Yes.
Ganesian.
1-1, 1-1.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Tied up.
Yeah, Chun's sitting on more meter, but Yun builds that meter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Tech. Nice tech. Okay. You can't keep Yun in the corner. Don't you even try that. Okay, the neutral game's really interesting. Because like I'm saying, like Young kind of wants to be coming at a weird angle all the time.
boost as well, dash up.
Well, yeah, he doesn't want to contest on the ground against Chun-Li
Yeah.
as much as
Yeah.
possible.
Right. It's just cool that he can do that.
Successfully defended.
Ooh.
Nice
Uh-oh.
again.
Cornered.
Doesn't
He's
bite
going
on
to try
it.
to get out.
Pump fake 3 times.
He is.
Yep. He got out.
Jab anti again.
Only
Nice
had to
back
take a
there,
jab.
though.
That's totally
Say
acceptable.
running away. Needs to build a bit of bar for the Genai
They're
Jin.
both
He got
kind of
it.
slowing the pace, it feels like.
There it is, yeah, into the block string as well.
Yeah, I mean, even now that Ganasian in the corner, it's like the game's still kind of in a
It's so
Yeah.
a cold
Chun-Li did
state.
such a good job.
They're-
He's not going for crouch check, he's going for stand
Makes sense,
check
though.
instead.
We're getting near the end here.
Again, the air parries have been on point for both people.
Yeah, this is really high-level play
Oh
from
my
both
God.
of them, isn't
He
it?
could've activated
This
his
dude
EVO.
isn't from the
He's
U.S.
waiting. Look, he's his little
He's
button.
proved it.
Activate
He has proved he
super.
is from
Oh,
Japan.
doesn't wanna go.
Man,
Hey,
he
thanks so much for the
skips free like
donation,
that.
Yeah, I
Kaiser
get it.
Ryu.
Nice tech on the
Much
grab.
love here from
20
Las
seconds
Vegas.
left.
He's in the hotel.
Oh my God.
That is awesome. Well, shout-outs to you. Thanks for the donation.
No, doesn't go for the lunge punch. Standing.
Anti-air
Oh my God, the
That was-
Chun
that
jab.
might have been the most
Classic.
round of Third Strike we have seen so
D+.
far. You would
Just
think
awful.
Awful.
rest of
That's
the
like,
matches,
yeah, that shouldn't even
See-
count
see-
as
see
a
me
win.
out.
Going down
That
the
shouldn't
line
even
like
count.
20
You have to
seconds
replay it
left,
if you have a D+.
activating supers left and right.
Yeah.
Literally, so many decisions are made. So many parries are also being made right now.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm restreaming T8 and SF6. And I'm trying to bully Quash into showing up for SF6.
I need to look at the schedule and see what time it is, but I'll probably be available for that.
Yes. Just, it's okay. You can go into work a little tired. That's okay. That's okay. Evil happens once a year.
Much love
True.
here
You could-
from
you
Las
could take a nap
Vegas.
in your office.
Chillin' at the
Oh
hotel.
yeah, also, oh crap, I put the, I have the on-screen, hold on, notification. Let me pull that up front.
Low parries. He doesn't want to mash, but Issei going for the forward parry right there. Misses the activation.
Okay, the on-screen notification is now up front. Okay.
MLV now gets to control the space and build meter if he wants to, because he has the life lead, but also he has the estate behind him.
That was a deep dive kick from that range.
Yes.
To push the agenda.
Okay, walking forward. I love the fact that MLB is willing.
I've
I'm
heard,
surprised he hasn't activated Ganasian yet.
Yes.
I could defend against it.
He's got to pull it together here.
Master of verticality.
There we
Do
go.
not let this Chun run away with this round. That's it's critical.
Ooh, the crouching jab, I'm telling you.
Uh-oh.
He's ready.
Uh-oh. Yes, nice. Nothing though.
It is so impressive to see
What
him
the hell's happening?
anticipate
Ads are attacking the grand finals.
Oh
Ad-
no.
That's okay. We're okay.
Way to get that activation going. It's Issei while building his meter.
Oh
He's
my
gonna
God,
do
that's
in the
it.
next round, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this. We're looking at tournament point for MOV.
No,
However,
no, no. No, no, no. Come on.
Issei could build that bar up and turn it around.
He could, but MOV, look, already got him in the corner. Issei needs to activate. Stand fierce.
This is-
Can't raw
this is
activate
great
right
grand
here.
finals, though.
Look at this. All right, here it is.
Here it comes.
Yeah, I mean,
he's gotta
honestly,
burn.
this is
Yep,
good.
jump
He's
in the
gotta
corner,
burn.
no hopping,
Burn it all.
wall clinging. Whoa! Go for the throw right there. Tech on both sides.
My Street
In the
Fighter
corner.
thought that was gonna cross him.
I know. me
Lunge
too.
punching his way out like a
Forward
G.
throw again.
My favorite is the
Again
parry
for
into lunge
forward
punch.
throw.
My favorite.
We have meter. Activate.
Yes.
Do we link it? Yes,
He
we
does
do.
again.
He's got him.
Hey,
Well,
look at this.
it's not the
Crowd
round, but
cheering.
it's
The
a
crowd
great
loves
Yeah.
position.
more
Great
games
position.
of Third Strike. Drops the
Mix up
combo.
time. Mix up time.
Oh my God.
The
Down
parry.
low.
Okay, he's got health though. He's got health.
I love that.
Get out of there. Jump on her head. Yeah, how's that feel, Chun-Li? Revenge. That was a crazy cross-up. It was like the back of her ear.
Yep.
Right on her pigtail.
That is exactly it.
Okay. Match point. 1-1. Oh my God. Chun has so
Oh
much meter.
no.
So much meter. The reset. That's it. It's over.
Oh no.
Wow. Just like that. Wow.
He finally won SBO, four-time champion. He finally has
SBO
his
four-time
first
champion?
EVO
Damn.
win.
Yep.
With that
Damn.
Chun-Li. Oh my God.
Is that
he
6,
finally
7?
did it. Claimed
That's-
his throne
that's
as
a
the best
6.5.
Chun-Li player.
7.5.
The best
6.5?
Third Strike
Where are
player.
we?
MOV
We're 6.
I've lost
finally did
track.
it.
6.5.
Oh, he's so happy, man. He is
Complained
Wow.
The entire tournament run, by the way. Check the footage.
Flew
Check all the
from
footage of the
Japan.
times he was on stream. He played Elena
Beat
every
the crap
time.
out of everyone with Elena. And then in grand finals, he's like, all right, I'll play Chun.
Man, he's
Because
one
I
of those
have
guys,
to.
right?
Fine.
We've seen him doing so well in so many tournaments. He really wanted to break out in games like Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, and we see him going to all these tournaments around the world.
That was
doing
awesome.
the CPT thing. But guess what? The
That-
first
According
time
to-
winning
that
According to the
setup's cool.
chat, Issei was at one point in New York City.
Really, He
Oh,
played
okay.
without MOV. Third strike, he finally got it. I'm
Yeah.
so happy for it. Even
Well,
though he won
I'm
SPL
glad he's
down
repping the
road,
U.S.
his
because
memory
now we
is
had a
EVO.
U.S.
So this
Japan
is
Grand
his first
Finals and it
time.
was a
I talked to him,
great
like,
show.
I have 0 EVO.
Yeah, that was a really good
You
grand
have
finals.
one
Yeah.
now, EVO champion for
Oh
Third
yeah, and
Strike
Third
in
Strike Van says
2024. Can you believe
Japan
it?
greater than U.S. and Third Strike there's no
genuinely
denying
did not,
that.
especially with the route he's
Yeah,
taken. It's a
They're
that's-
different
beasts in this
character.
game.
However, again,
Not
he
even a
had the
question.
confidence going into this prior to us being here at
That
the
was a
table.
great match,
He
though.
walked up to me,
And it didn't. You know the crazy thing is it never felt decisive. It never felt like oh, MOV's got this in the bag. You know,
Not
it just
until
like
the end. Not
it
until the
just-
end. It
it
did
just-
the side. Yeah.
he just like erased him the last round. He just turned on the eraser gun and just gone. Goodbye, Yen.
It's from the heart,
Mhm.
and it's really also uncharacteristic because when you think about Japan Third Strike, you think about one main character.
Yeah, he took off
Sorry,
the weighted
master
clothes after
style.
the
But
reset.
the
Yeah.
fact that MOV, I feel like maybe he kind of.
Also, that's what's cool about the thing about like fighting games like this is I think it is cool that you can sometimes need to learn multiple characters and matchups and all that. I enjoy that. Got that kind of versatility in the game.
She's a pool character. The fact that she's in top 6, it really shows how good MOV really is. That's just the mindset.
He used to go back to
it's just so beautiful.
Hack Dizzle says he was here for school for around 8 years. Oh, awesome. Yeah, so he's a dual citizen of some kind. Well, maybe not legally, but I don't know how that is. But he's a man of both nations in his heart. In his heart.
That definitely counts for the place.
Look at that, man. He was just doing so well.
I wonder what next year's legacy game will be. Good question.
It feels, you know, this feels bittersweet because it was awesome, but now I'm sad because there's no more Third Strike. You know
And
what I mean?
it probably won't be there next year either.
I know it's great, but it's also kind of sad because
Oh,
I'm already like, all right, when's Third Strike? Is it now?
if next year's legacy game is CVS2, Mark, you won't have to ask me to stream.
Yes,
it with you.
you'll just appear.
I will 1,000,000% be here for CVS2.
That would be awesome. That game's really cool.
That's my favorite Capcom fighter overall.
Yeah,
That's-
this has been really fun. I feel a
All
little
right.
sad. I feel a little sad there's no more Third Strike. I've been watching Third Strike all week, all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and all today, and now it's over. It feels a little wrong that it's over. It feels like tomorrow we should do another Third Strike tournament. Let's just do another top 8 tomorrow. Let's just run back the top 8 again. Do I have a favorite SF6 player? So my favorite modern Street Fighter player for years has been Kazunoko, but I don't even, does he play 6?
I don't know if he does. I didn't see him
He's my
earlier.
favorite. Yeah, he's my favorite modern Street Fighter player. Is Kazunoko, but he's like has disappeared. It seems he's
Yeah.
gone AWOL, but he's my favorite.
Gives you the flowers you deserve, but
I gotta say Tokido. Tokido is just my favorite. One of my favorite fighting game players.
Tokido's really cool. Yeah.
Period.
Yes, he's really cool. You know what's also sad is Yun was in Street Fighter 4. He was kind of cool in Street Fighter 4 too.
Not in arcade edition, he wasn't, but
No, in Ultra. In Ultra.
yeah.
I remember that Kazunoko. Oh, that's like 8, 9. It's a lot.
one more time.
You know, there's like a dedicated cameraman for that Chun cosplayer. He's like, I've got one job.
In fifth place, please
Oh,
make
yeah,
some
this is the
noise
presentation.
for Frankie
Yep.
B.
This is Frankie. This was the Ken player. They were saying in pools that he fell down and got hurt, but they didn't. They almost made it sound like he fell down on EVO, but that's probably not the case. But they were kind of making it sound like he did.
Yeah.
But that's probably not the case. Who did he play?
I can't remember offhand, actually.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, I think he's the Canadian Chun, right?
No, Canadian Chun got
Oh,
third.
yeah, you're right. Now we know who this guy is. There's no denying who this guy is. It's the Hugo guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Urian. Did he play Urian? The
Oh,
guy
he was
before?
the Urian player. Yeah.
Yes. So we had Elena, Chun, Urian, Yun, and there's Hugo, and Ken.
That's
I
easily
mean,
the most.
yeah.
Is that like 9, 10, 11, 12?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another Chun-Li cosplayer, but that one's not jumping.
Right. Plus, we're only counting the same Chun-Li. We need that same one.
And in second place,
But she's in the background of the shot too. But that's not the cameraman's fault this time. I mean, she's just there.
Yeah.
So, have you been to EVO in this era?
I've never been to EVO one time ever.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Not a single time. It just never worked out for me ever.
Yeah, I've never been to EVO either, surprisingly. I've driven by EVO one year.
I walked by EVO Japan one year. And I peeked in and I was like, well, that's cool, but I'll just go to the arcades.
Yeah. I was on my way to Cali one year when EVO was going on, we drove through Las Vegas. I'm like driving by, hi EVO, but that's it. MOV. It's awesome too that like a legend of the game flew out from Japan, kicked everyone's ass. That's what you like to see.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, the cosplayers definitely passed the 5 count mark. I suddenly feel like playing Alpha 3. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I hope one thing in my video did connect with you, Quash, though, which is like, I think it's time for like the classic Street Fighter game players to like unite and be like, hey, we're all buddies. You know, like the Third Strikes and the Alphas and the Super Turbos, we all gotta be like, okay, we're all buddies.
I think that's kind of already been the case.
Well, you say that, but online I hear lots of like between the.
Well, it's a different dynamic though, because on the internet it's like it's
right.
It's like how should I put it?
It's
like you're
it's
almost
like high school.
but it's like you're almost like staking your position, right? Like explaining why not one of the others, type of deal.
Yeah.
So I guess yes, in that sense, it's like high school. Honestly, I didn't take issue with a lot of what you said. I thought it was pretty fair analysis, and I will even agree with you on this. I think Third Strike is in a sense underrated. I think people don't actually appreciate what it did for close range in 2D fighting.
It's like one of the,
that I will actually totally agree with.
It's like Ikaruga, where Ikaruga is overrated in the sense that everyone just says, "Oh yeah, Ikaruga's awesome." But it's underrated in the sense that no one actually sits down and says, okay, why is Ikaruga good? Like, no one actually takes the time to do that. I think the same thing with Third Strike. Like, people say, yeah, there's, like, Daigo and he full parries Justin Wong and stuff. But, like, no one ever sits down and explains, well, what is good about Third Strike beyond Daigo full parrying Justin Wong?
Right.
Yeah. Like, the close range game, yeah, what the parry does, the dashes, the red parry.
Like the whole jump throw tech OS dynamic of Third Strike. Like, it's a good idea. The problem, and this is actually why Daigo doesn't like the game too. There's actually a video on FGC Translated if you want to watch it.
Okay.
The problem with that dynamic though is that you can't do a true meeting. So if you score a knockdown, you can't just like press advantage like normal as the person that did it.
Yes.
Because if they do that OS, you have to delay around it, which is kind of annoying.
But I like how much Third Strike keeps the neutral game like going. Like it's very neutral heavy, and that's what I love about it. It is
in its own way.
It's less reads and like in the classic Street Fighter sense, you know, like Oki time and all that. Because
even a lot of parries aren't reads. Like I don't think a lot of people get that either.
Yeah.
Like a lot of parries might be hard to execute, but like you're just using the option that's there that the game gives you. Like it's not like you're making a crazy read a lot of the time.
Right. Yeah, I love it.
First time watching the game.
But like that dynamic of like the jump throw tech OS in the corner, Guilty Gear actually kind of has that. It's just that with Guilty Gear, with Guilty Gear you can place a true meaty, and that's what kind of keeps it in check.
I think that's his. I can't pronounce his name.
I see what's being
Random
said.
guy just won EVO.
Yeah. A random guy just won EVO.
I bet it feels that way though for like modern fighting game players. I only know MOV because I watch SBO VHS DVD rips. That's the only reason I know he exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of players from back then that like people just don't really talk about anymore, like Kokujin and well, I'm trying to think of another one right now offhand.
Well, a lot of them just stuck with Third Strike, and so you have to watch all the SBO tapes. You're like, who's
what's his name? Otani, the Chun-Li player who also plays like Super Turbo, and I think he even plays Alpha 3, but he also played Third Strike.
Yes, I remember that.
for all of you out here bringing the hype.
I wonder what they're
Let me
doing.
hear ya.
Saying goodbye.
Actually, I don't even really hear people talk about King Devu anymore, and he was a big deal back then.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Even like I said, like Kazunoko, even like the Street Fighter 4 era players, some of them have like faded off.
Yeah, you don't really see RF a whole lot anymore. You don't really see
K-Brad.
I mean-
What happened to K-Brad?
Oh God, yeah.
What happened to
If we're talking about-
K-Brad?
if we're talking about the U.S. community, a lot of them aren't around anymore.
Remember
Yeah.
K-Brad? It was.
I do remember K-Brad.
It was really funny.
Each and every one of you to be there.
Remember, he's
Now
just
make the scene tomorrow.
such a dick to people. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
You know, this is like sometime last year. There were people who were arguing with Latif online. If you don't know who Latif is, he was a beastly Guilty Gear and Street Fighter 4 player who was originally, I think, from Saudi Arabia, but he lived in the U.S. at that time,
Oh,
so he was
right,
going to EVO.
Right. I remember that.
And someone on Twitter said, like, well, you can't say anything about Strive because you didn't even play Guilty Gear before. And I'm just like,
Right. That's funny. Kuroda.
Like, okay.
See, Joe's really good. He's got the insights. Kuroda. That
Kuro-
was one.
well,
that was
people
one
do
weird-
talk about Kuroda, but unfortunately, that there's a reason, and it's not a good one that people have stopped
Oh,
talking about.
really?
Yeah.
See. I'm like Max. I stay out of the drama. So I'm outside of whatever drama happens. K-Brad
Is this
immune.
different tonight? They don't have anything going on tonight after this?
Nothing.
Jeez, I guess they. All right. I mean, end the second day on a good note.